Yeah, and it's my mom. Hang on a minute, this will be fun. Mom, I'm gaming right now!
Yes. Yes, you are.
Mom, I'm gaming right now! With my friends, Mom!
Hey, don't do that, me! Hey, I'm here too!
Mom! I'm gaming with my friends! What do you want?
Hey,
And I'm streaming, Mom! Mom!
I'm hanging up.
I love you, Mom.
Only 5 minutes left. A fire team that fights together stays together. Double down. Tell them to line up faster. Fantastic work.
Oh my God. I didn't just do that, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I think Marv would have been very proud of me in that moment.
I have the holocron. See here. You didn't make it, Grease.
Here? Did you get out?
Ah! Ah! I don't know what happened there. Wikipedia for me, but I have a Wikipedia, and I hate it. Oh wait, is that an empty? Tell me that's an empty suit. Okay, it's an empty suit. Okay. Oh, but I don't like the music that's playing. I do not care for the music that is playing right now. And there's a lot of ammo around here. I could have swore that was somebody hanging there.
Which should be the upcoming update that's...
What the hell is that?
That is Barry! Barry! So you gotta say hey to Barry.
So is this the haunted house in the Halloween season?
More or less.
And they just keep all their
just keep going along. You're doing fine.
Oh fuck! What was that? What the hell is that?
What was that? I don't know. You tell me.
What was that? Okay, yeah. You know what? You know I will get you for this.
Yeah,
I will get you.
Bullshit! You're the one, dude. You're the one that took me to TWA at night. I don't want to fucking.
Oh, well, I missed this.
All right. Anything on your EM?
Do you want to play ball with me? Okay. Fuck that.
We are off and running, chat. Here we go. All right, Phil, move forward. Now, Phil, I will tell you right now, I will not leave you alone in this game. Open this door, Phil. Open this door to your left.
The one that I'm okay.
Yeah, the one on the left. Okay, walk in there. And read what is on the portrait, Phil.
How was that? Was that you?
No.
Because I didn't read anything, and I just heard a noise.
No, just
Magna.
This is awesome.
That switch does not seem to do anything. Exactly. It just shuts off the armor.
It shuts off the armor.
Alright, let me see if there's a switch over here. These switches here.
That was not us.
Again. Alright.
I think I heard Sabrina say mom.
Huh?
What? I thought you were in another room.
No, she didn't say anything.
Did you not?
I heard that.
I thought that was.
I thought that was Serena. I heard Mom.
Me too.
I heard it too.
It wasn't.
That was not a real person.
I'll tell you what, I know, I'm gonna take a seat over here.
Maker.
The maker. You're probably told not to speak to strangers. And that's fine. That's fine. My name is T. And over there's my...
Was that you squeaking?
Ooh, no, that wasn't. I heard that.
Yeah, that's now I hear you squeaking.
I heard
What was that? It sounded like a voice.
I don't... It did.
Yeah, it wasn't your... Because
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't. Nothing got
sound
caught
like
in my throat. There was. I marked it, but it was a mumble. Did you heard that, right?
100%.
Cat, I swear, are you really doing this to me? Are you seeing this? Ah! Damn it, Cat! Don't. Oh my God! The cat. You little jerk! Man? What did you do to my game, Cat? I swear to God.
Is that still going off in there, Tina? I would like the cat balls. Someone needs some cat balls.
What was that?
Someone needs some cat balls. You have.
What is that? What is that? Do you hear that, Pip? It's a very... Wow, hang on. It's a very rushed... It sounds like a rushed whisper.
Someone needs some cat balls.
I'm now slowing it down to 175. I'm hearing turn around. Does anyone else hear that? Which is ironic when you think about it, because usually people say, "Oh, all theaters are haunted." I don't think all theaters are haunted.
Well, this one's definitely got in it, definitely.
I mean, something's.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But-
They're just not talking to us right now.
They're just not talking to us right now.
You want to go in for the green room?
But I ask you, since when does an actor never want to talk about themselves?
Yeah.
Hi everyone, it's me, Twitch Dad, and I'm here. Yeah, this is where it starts to get super creepy. This is the game Cyberpunk 2077 wanted to be, chat. I'm just going to come out and say it. This is the game Cyberpunk 2077 wanted to be. So, there you go.
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Okay. Glad I got that out of my system. Overriding it could destroy my software. But I made that choice when I hooked into that first computer and the consequences it would bring. I'm sorry we won't see the outside together. I thought I needed to carry on the memories of humanity to hold on to the past. But I see futures in companions and you. Here, let me take that off of you. You were my friend, the very best I could have asked for. Oh, damn it. This is gonna be another Last of Us ending where I cry, isn't it? I'm tearing up already. He's headbutting him. Oh. Oh, my heart! Oh, my heart! Oh. Why am I crying at a video game? Oh my god. I did it, hon. I did it, hon. I've been astray. Worth every minute. Worth every minute. I'll move your butt just a little bit. There you go.
What?
I wonder if she's pregnant.
She does look like. I was just wondering if her belly was a little bit big.
Yeah,
Maybe that might be why she's hungry.
that might be.
So, Jack, you are upset that Wesley fought for Virginia, fought against his own people from Gettysburg. That must have been aggravating.
Did you just whisper? Did you just whisper?
Keep going. Everything you got.
Oh, I don't know. I'm worried.
He's back at red.
Come on.
Oh no.
Steve
We got him.
Sailor! Steve Sailor! You did it! You did it! Congratulations, Steve Sailor! You just picked up your second seal, and it's a motherfucking raid seal! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go!
I fucking love it when T gets hyped.
With a teammate entirely of your clan. Hold on. I'm going for it.
Right?
Yeah, you just saw 80 inches of me touching my nipples on your wall. You're never gonna look at your wall the same way again. Okay. Trying something a little different tonight, everybody. Trying something a little different. Let's go. I'm so freaking excited. Let's go. Even got some nice mood music, you know. I think it's gonna be good. Let's do this thing, shall we? Hi, everybody. So tonight I am launching, and again, I'm still gonna do my just chatting bit. But hello, Kat. Are you here to cut off my stream? Are you here to just remind me that gimme Gazette? Gimme Gazette. You gotta wait, Marv. 7 o'clock, baby. I'll go live with it at 7 o'clock. How you doing there, Chris? I'm really excited about this. So for those of you who might have missed the stream the other night, let me explain what's going on. First off, hi everybody. My name is T. You can call me TT Monster or Twitch Dad. I'm thrilled to bring you episode 0 of the Grim Gazette. Tonight we are going to be doing something that I was recommended I should do for the stream. I should start to really lean even more into the paranormal. And I'm here for power washing. Of course you are. Start with your mouth, my friend. Start with your mouth. I'm trying to clean up, everything. I'm trying to clean up and make this as family friendly as I can. Of course, when I get to the part where I start talking about serial killers, that might not make this the most family friendly of stream. And now T News. All right, give me a second. Let's see. I might even have some evidence review only happening on Twitch. Okay. So what is going on? All right, so let me explain. Earlier already in this year, I sat down with. They don't call themselves streaming coaches. They actually call themselves streaming consultants, right? And they sat down with me and said, all right, let's take a good hard look at your stream, and let's see what we can do to improve it so that you can grow as a streamer. Because I love what I do. I love everything about streaming most of the time. But one of the things that I I definitely want to do is I want to grow. I would like to see this stream reach its potential. I would like to see myself get partnered. Now, am I going to get partnered this month? I have no idea. Not this month, sorry, this year. I don't know. But I want to start taking the steps into getting partnered. That is my that's the push that I'm going for. And part of that push, they were basically telling me that I should start leaning more into the paranormal. And one of the things that they said I should do is review streams. I should do clips of other people and their stuff, and I should do a review stream. Now here's my biggest hang-ups with review streams, everybody. I hate them. And I knew that might have been one of the options they were going to give me, and I said, here's the problem with review streams. I hate them. Now I've hired this person to evaluate my stream, you know, and how else are we to learn who not to talk to? Like, have you seen people be asked, who would you trust? And one of the photos is a famous serial killer versus a homeless person. That I have not seen. But I will be getting to serial killers. Tonight, we're not, for episode 0, I really did not want to get into a lot of true crime. We do touch on it a little bit, but no, I did not. I personally did not want to go the route of true crime straight away. Thank you, Kat. He just futzed with the board just to make sure that I knew that he was here. I see you. Oh wow, I just got lip from Benedict. Are you saying you want your treats? You want your treats? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You want treats? That was the best way. I am nervous enough as it is about this stream, and you really? Hats off to you. All right. So yeah, I know. It's his stream, his rules. So the thing that was recommended though, was that I would do reaction videos. I would do what I think is the lowest hanging fruit on in content creation. All right, let me give these cats some treats, and then hopefully I can get on with what I was trying to tell you all. Hold on a second. Hi Sam, how you doing? Let me give these cats their treats, but this time I'm gonna make you earn them. 'Cause you know what? You're gonna watch. Yeah. Watch how fast the wee ones come down. Yeah, watch how fast they do. Yeah. Here. Really? They're not coming down? I'm amazed, chat, that we haven't seen some of the smaller kittens show up. Usually they come running the moment when I try to be quiet with this thing, they don't get in. There. All part of a cunning plan. All part of a cunning plan. I have no doubt. All right. Cats are appeased. At least those cats. I don't know. I do not know where your goober is. I do not know where Dorito is. All right. So anyway, so what happened was that the consultant in question, lovely streamer by the name of Loco, she says to me, well, T, have you thought about doing it from an educational point of view, where you can show people what to look for when it comes to debunking, what to look for when it comes to, you know, is this good enough to maybe not come out and say this is fake, but come out and say, well, this is why I would not have put this up to represent the paranormal, you know, something like that. And I asked my wife if she would go on and try to challenge me, send me some really good head scratchers, but at the same time, put put up stuff that I knew would just be blatant, garbage, if you will. But I'm not going to call it out as garbage. But I will basically pull it apart and say, here's when you're looking at something that's saying this is paranormal, here's what you should look for. And I thought about it and I said, let me run that up the flagpole. And of course, I turned to my chat. They all thought it was a terrible idea. They really didn't like the idea of me doing review footage or reaction videos. And this is why this is the kind of community that I am slowly trying to build. In the words of the big Marvinsky, who is currently in chat, hey Marv, he said this goes against everything that you do at OSI. First off, I got to say, Marv, I want to tell you, that meant the world to me coming from you. Because I knew that you weren't necessarily a true believer. And I also know that you do not suffer fools lightly, which is one of the reasons why I'm still amazed that you run with me in Destiny. That's beside the point. That's another conversation for another time. What I was going to say, though, was that meant a lot to me because... well, there is that. There is that as well. But what? When you said that, Marv, it meant a lot to me, and I didn't want to let that down. I did not want to let that down. I didn't want to let you down or anybody on the stream down, because all of you have invested your time and your support into my stream, and I do not take that for granted. It means the world to me. What was really cool, though, was that over the weekend, during the time at MagFest, I was out with Ash Said Hi, and if you have not, and we have rated their channel before, but if you have not followed Ash Said Hi, do me a favor right now, and please drop her a follow. She is such good people. Whoa. Did that not work? Oh, wait. Does it not understand the... Hang on. Shout out. Right. All right. Ash said hi. Much better. Much better. Okay. So go on ahead and just drop her a follow. It won't cost you a thing, and you won't regret it, because she is awesome. She had a lot to say and a lot to share when it came to talking about not just she had a lot to share, not just concerning stream consultants, but also about my stream. And one of the things that she was talking about was going one step further and talking about weird stuff in the news. And I said, okay, I think now we might be onto something. So I came home and thought about it some more. And then over the weekend, I came up with a brand new schedule that I want to keep for the next month and a half or so. And it is, and the title that I'm giving this segment, as you all saw, is this thing I'm calling the Grim Gazette. And at roughly around 7 o'clock, I'm gonna launch into it. I've got some stuff set up. It's gonna be weird stuff in the news. It might be the expose on a serial killer. It might be some true crime. It might also be just odd stuff in the news. And I went on ahead and said I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do that with the paranormal clip review. Got some good stuff set up for tonight. I'm pretty excited about it. Well, let me rephrase that. I've got something that I know that I want to share with everybody, and then there's the clips that Pip is throwing my way. Now I kind of dig this because Pip has seen these clips, I have not, and we are trying to find weird news and paranormal clips, not just from places like Reddit, TikTok, YouTube, but also from legitimate sources. And one of them is from a news source. It's from a local like CBS affiliate. So that should be fun. If you're gonna come up here, I want you to be respectful. Don't go across the board, okay? The last thing I need for you to do is interrupt the stream. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me, cat? Don't think he does. Music loud. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. This one was loud. It was too soft earlier. and I'm trying out the spooky. I'm trying the spooky channel, Guillermo. So I had a feeling that some of the spooky stuff would be loud, some of it would be not so loud. Hate inconsistent music. Well, it happens. It happens, Sam. It happens. If you decide you want to even do this from a virtual standpoint, trust me, it happens. Okay, now you see that now I'm good with this. I'm good with this. You go up there, you're on the camera, with your big brother. See, this is good. See, you guys are showing support. I appreciate that you're showing the support. I do appreciate that. As a matter of fact, I'll even give you the proper blessing right here.
I got to say, that's what I appreciate about you.
That's what I appreciate about you. I really do. All right. So going back to the Grim Gazette, here was the thing that kind of chafed me a bit today. I was really pissed because I came up with this idea. Maybe I should come up with a snappy video segue. That's gonna have to come next week because I worked on it today, and I'm using After Effects. I'm pushing out the boat, trying to make everything work. And yeah, got all the way through it. I was really happy. Everything looked really good, and then I went to render everything. What happened? It said for this 18-second. And I'm going to say that again. For this 18-second segment, it's going to take 4 hours.
Figured it.
So yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with Adobe After Effects. Man, that just wow. 4 hours for 18 seconds. This had better look great. Now, granted, when it's done, it's going to look fantastic, and I get it, but I had no idea. I'll take Reaper from... Yeah, now you see, here's the thing about that, Spence. Here's the thing about that. I don't know if you're going to be able to do in Reaper or Canva what I can do in After Effects. This was almost too easy. And this is the trade-off. This is the trade-off. It's easy for a reason. It's easy because you basically pay for it in rendering. And that's fine. That's fine. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. In fact, I'm so happy with it, I might actually do something for Phil and surprise my boo. Had 2 bad customer service days, had to give my first negative courier rating on Uber, and now I'm threatening Steel Series with litigation. Jeez, what is Steel Series? I do not know what this is. Going back to the changes that are happening in the stream, I'm also decided about the Grim Gazette. I'm keeping that exclusive to Twitch. I think that is something that if you want to see the Grim Gazette, you're gonna have to come to Twitch. I'm not even gonna post it in a VOD on or as a edited down version on YouTube. I could. It would be easy content, but that's the thing. I want to make this content not less copyright issues. That's one other thing. I'm just not. Oh, they make mics and keyboards. Oh, got it. I understand. But you know, I just don't want to fall in the trap of easy content. And I know that reaction videos and things like that, and it was funny, Steve actually tried to spin it that I've already been doing reaction videos, and he referred to the review I did of Project Fear and what I did of 28 Days Haunted. Now I'm going to return to 28 Days Haunted for the Grim Gazette. I am definitely going to do that. Careful, cat. Careful. Yep. Please hold. I'm just waiting for the cat to be done. You good? Are you good, cat? Did he mute anything? Doesn't look like he muted anything. Oh, no, he did. He actually turned down the volume. I don't know how he managed to do that, but I was like, well, I'm seeing something play here. Why don't I hear it? I don't know how he did it, but he actually he used this. So I finally did put the other mouse out of its misery. I'm back to my Corsair mouse, and the glowing pirate ship and everything like that. And yeah, all right. Promise me you'll behave. Benedict is now nudging the camera away from Sebastian. This is how possessive Benedict has become over this stream. So going back to everything, yeah. I think it's going to be fun. At least I hope you have fun. But you're going to have to wait until next week to see the segment segue that I have for it. I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. And of course, the backup too is that if I run out of stuff to talk about, if I have way more left in the stream, and I probably will, I've probably underplanned for tonight, just so I can get a feel for it. But once I go through the stuff, I will probably take a quick break, come back, and do some footage review. I'd like to get some footage review in. Might even dim the lights for the next time too. I'm just, this is undiscovered country right here. I've never done anything like this on the stream before. I think this is gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm thrilled that you all are taking part of it. So yeah. How else have things been today? It has been something of a challenge. Day job is throwing a lot of curveballs towards me. And I've discovered this about where I work. And I'm going to try to be as tactful about this as possible because I don't really talk a lot about my day job. But I have discovered that the company that I work for is huge. It is so huge that they are a bit like the United States government and the military. Here's what I mean. Had a buddy who used to be, he used to be in the military. And I remember he told me and Pip, he goes, yeah, the military has incredible benefits if you serve. Incredible benefits if you serve. The downside is trying to access those benefits. They make that extremely hard. That's my day job in a nutshell. They have all these. Wait, I was going to use Team Rocket for GamerCat. No, you should be able to drop in. You should be able to drop in some sounds. Hold on a minute. Let me just make sure. Oh shoot! Wait a minute. Please hold. I don't have Blurp up here. Let me jump over real quick because I'm pretty sure I have Blurp. Yeah, I've got Blurp here. I'm just gonna do that, and then I should be able to paste it. I should be able to paste it. There's Blurp. Okay, so Blurp is working. Blurp should be working now. Just gonna double check. Yep. It should be working without a fuss. If anybody would please would feel free to test my Blurp. That just sounds wrong. If you could just test my Blurp, that'd be great.
That's what she said.
There we go. Perfect. And now I can actually replace it. Scott, you are amazing.
Hello there.
Hello there. Yes, there we are. Now we're cooking with gas. Here we go. Let's do this. All right. So I'm trying to think of what else.
Emotional damage.
Thank you, Bear. So I should say, and I think I can talk about this just a little bit with what was going on with Spence. For those of you who had tuned in a little earlier, you saw Spence and I were trading some back and forths. Spence is getting OSI. They are doing some recon for OSI. We had this original plan to go to this inn close to where. Are you serious, Benedict? Don't give me the innocent meow. You know exactly where you're supposed to be, but you're messing with the camera. And now we can't see. We can barely see Sebastian at all. You are one jealous cat. You know that? You are one jealous cat. You have two choices, Benedict. You can either sulk on top of the computer, or you can go to the tree. You want to go to the tree? No? I know. I'm talking to cats like dogs. Sometimes these cats, they run on dog software, or at least dog apps. I don't know what to tell you. Sebastian's operating system definitely is dog related. I know that sounds like do I want to go to the tree? I do not want to go to the tree. Benedict is looking at me. Why don't you go to the tree? Or actually, Benedict is looking at me like this. Hold on a second. He's going.
Why don't you go to the tree? Why not? You can go to the tree. I'm not going to the tree. You go to the tree. I'm fine on.
This is great. Anyone want a hug?
The computer.
No hugs.
You want to voice chat? Oh, let me hold on. Let me double check that my voice chat isn't foobarred a little bit. My voice chat was acting a little foobar last week. Let me just double check here. No, actually, I think we're good. So if you wanna hop in.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of your own actions.
Okay, I like that. Oh, look at this. And yeah, I got the Ouija board back. I love that. You're in the green room. All right, give me a second. Let's go into this channel. This channel is even better. Hello, beautiful.
Hello, handsome. How you doing?
I'm good. Everybody, this is Spence. One of my mods of the most. One of my mods of the most.
Okay,
then again, all my mods are mods of the most.
That makes me very happy.
Okay. No, Bast is not gone, Sam. Bast is not gone. Bast is merely off camera because Benedict is... Okay, I have to show you how he's standing. Hold on a second. If you will note real quick. Benedict is sitting on the computer, right? He's sitting on the computer. But you'll notice how he's standing. He is shifting his weight ever so slightly, right? Just so that he can, move with his feet the camera. Now he's looking all innocent there, but that's what he's doing. He's repositioning. He's like, if I can't turn off this camera, if I can't turn off this stream, I'm going to move this camera. So yeah, it's all part of his cunning plan. It's all part of his cunning plan. Okay, speaking of cunning plans, Spence.
Hi.
Is working on getting OSI to do a never before trip, a never before. Well, I don't know if it's a never before. Well, okay, this will be a new place for us to check out.
Are we stuck on Gamer Cam?
No, we're not. We're not stuck on GamerCat. Okay. I was just making an adjustment before I came back to me. So anyway, so the original plan was we were going to go to an inn in Spence's area.
Yes.
And that's fallen through.
Oh man, but when I was talking to the Historical Society about the inn, they're like, yeah, that used to be a funeral home.
Oh, dang.
It used to be a funeral home. And the innkeeper that I was talking to, she got so freaked out that she left. And the owner...
She just left.
She left. And
She's
the
like,
owner of the inn herself is like not into the paranormal
at all.
And is super grouchy and I'm sitting here going, there's something there. They don't want anybody there and they're affecting the owner.
Yeah. It's too bad too. That's too bad.
Yeah.
We were actually thinking about just renting out the whole place because
you still could. You just have to keep it on the down low.
Well, that's the problem though. We couldn't keep it on the down low if we rented out the whole place, because if we just all showed up with a lot of bags and we're like, we'll just be staying up late, that's going to send off alarm bells. Unlike Holy Hannah, you talk about the exact opposite. So there's this place in Middletown, Virginia, that we're hoping to visit with the Rossies this time, and it is the Wayside Inn. Now I tried streaming from the Wayside Inn last time, and it was difficult. That was because I was trying to use local Wi-Fi and it just was not working. I needed a hotspot to kind kick up the pace a bit. But the Wayside Inn gave us uninterrupted, unfettered access. The only thing that interrupted our access was a couple of racist southern ghost hunters. One of them was using themselves as a trigger object because she had a crush on the Confederate ghost that supposedly haunted the Wayside Inn.
Ew.
Double ew, because this major that she was fangirling over. Jubal Early was the guy.
Ooh.
Jubal Early. Yeah, even the Confederates didn't like him.
Yeah.
I mean, General Lee referred to Jubal Early as his little bulldog. As his little bulldog. And I'll tell you this too, secondhand. The woman that dressed herself up as the trigger object, yeah, she wound up breaking my spirit box. Because she'd had a few shots and she was like, I would like to see your equipment up close. And I said, well, you're going to have to ask my wife about that. Then she's just reached for my spirit box to see how it worked, and she dropped it. And nobody liked Jubal Early, and I like Jubal Early fangirls even less. So I'm off topic. Let's get back to Spence. Spence, what happened after we lost the inn?
So I felt really bad.
Bad old man. I'm sorry. Bad old man. That's what Robert E. Lee called one of his majors.
Yeah.
A bad old man. Okay, sorry.
Bad man.
Bad old man.
So I was talking to Pip about it, and she was like, yeah, we found out that your little town is one of the most haunted towns in Virginia. I'm like, I know. So I decided, I took it upon myself to do a little research, and I really didn't know where to start, but I did know that there was a train museum here in town. So I called the C&O Historical Society, which is right here in town, and I spoke with the lovely lady named Brandy, and I was basically like, hey, this is going to be a really weird inquiry, just letting you know.
All right.
But my friends and I do paranormal investigations. I'm trying to get them to come down here to investigate some locations in town. Do you know where I could start with that? And yes, there is a train museum in my town. You can stay at my house, Marv. I will gladly host you. I have the room. Well, I have 2 roommates right now, but that's temporary. Anyway, so talking with her, she's like, well, so are you just looking to investigate? I'm like, well, they sometimes hold events and we have a YouTube channel and everything. And she was just like, do you do anything around Halloween? I said, well,
we can.
You could. You could. It's just we feel like it gets a little oversaturated during Halloween. So we try to do things from fall to early spring. That way we don't get very much bugs and other wildlife interference.
Again, mod of the most right there.
And she's like, well, we're always looking for events that could possibly build some revenue for the museum and for the historical society. I said, bet. I'm picking up what you're putting down. They have done events with the Manassas Historical Society with the Candy Factory, and she was just like, oh, and I said, well, can I come by tomorrow and check it out? I'll bring my little recorder, see if I pick anything up, and we can go from there. She says, yes. Also, have you talked to the Masonic Theater? I said, no, I've been emailing them and I haven't got an answer. She said, let me give you a name and a number.
Let's go. So if we get two locations out of this, I'm okay with that. And of course, if we get enough hype around this, including maybe, doing something, I guarantee you that owner might come around, because here's the thing. When you
money changes people's minds.
Yeah. There's a saying in the hotel industry. Heads on beds. That's what you want. You want heads on beds. And if you want to stick to your high morals and not listen to what the public wants, that's great. You'll have an empty inn, but that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, good example. The folks that were running the Blackburn Inn in Stanton, they let the cemetery that was on their grounds get overgrown. It really was a tragedy. So, and also in some of the previous storms, a couple of the smaller gravestones of the patients, they got wiped out, and nobody was tending to the grave. Apparently now it's being tended to. Because not just the paranormal investigators, but a lot of the paying customers who happen to be into the paranormal were like, yeah, this sucks. You own this property.
It's disrespectful, too.
You need to take care of this. This is 3,000 graves. Take care of them. And they're starting to take care of them. So I think that's cool. I think it's very cool. That's one of the properties we need to get back to. But yeah, that sounds great. Now, we're going to get you some stuff tonight. Yeah, we're going to get you some stuff tonight. Pips had already
Pip's already sent me some things.
That's true. That's true, hon. That's very true.
So Pip's on it because she's awesome. And and I also reached out to West Virginia Paranormal, and I'm like, hey,
guys.
I was like, hey, I went to an event with you all with Old Spirits and T. Morris. Have you all ever investigated Clifton Forge before? They said no. Are they doing investigations? And I said not.
I love those guys.
And I said not yet.
I love those guys at West Virginia Paranormal. They were the nicest guys. When did you meet them with us, or have you met them with
Albans.
us? That's right. Wait.
They were running St. Albans.
No, they weren't.
Didn't?
No.
Oh, well, then I made that up then. Oh, well. But anyway.
Okay.
So basically, I was just like, they aren't doing anything yet, but I'm working on it.
Yeah,
because my thought is if they want to do something more regular and you're not available because, I understand it's a 3.5-4 hour drive, we can trade off between OSI and West Virginia Paranormal.
I'm trying to remember if West Virginia Paranormal is close to you guys, though. I'm not sure where exactly they're located, but they're good people. They're good people, 100%.
Here comes the historian. That theater opened in 1906.
Hello. Well, Benedict. He's doing it again. This is going to be good. This is going to be good.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited for my little town because I feel like everything fell into place so nicely today. I feel like this is supposed to happen.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, then we'll see what we can do. We'll see if we can make this happen. I'm excited for it. It's always nice to have, and it's not that we couldn't do a Halloween event for them. Now they want to give us if they want to give us a dry run and try something in the spring and then go, yeah, we like these guys. Let's bring them back in the fall because. I haven't heard anything so far about the Candy Factory.
Yeah, so she sounded very overeager, and I was like, well, hold on. Before we get too deep into anything,
right?
Let's talk about this. You don't want to put the cart before the horse.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna go out there tomorrow with my little digital recorder and the Ghost app that I have on my phone. And see what I catch, do a little, and talk about where we would be able to investigate and whatnot.
Which app are you using again?
I just have, I think it's just called Ghost Hunting Tools, but let me look.
Okay. Because I was going to ask if you could run Ghost Tube.
So I used to have Ghost Tube, but I couldn't afford the subscription. Okay. I have I did not mean to turn it on. I already know about the spirits that are in my house. It's literally just called Ghost Hunting Tool.
Okay.
And it works very similar to a spirit box or an Ovulus.
Okay.
So yeah. It's pretty neat. And
alrighty then.
Yeah, we'll just go get some initial feelers and see what happens. But I'm super excited, and I hope it does pan out because one, I just want you all here, and two, my little town could use a little boost.
So what we'll do is we will try to make this as high profile as possible. We will also try really hard to make this work. Not not burn through anybody's pocketbooks getting us down there, obviously. But one of the things that we will want to look at. Kat, what the F are you doing?
Well, since these are not for profit, if we do end up doing events, we could probably do a split of the proceeds.
Right. That was something I was thinking.
And
I'm keeping an eye on you.
Yeah.
No, not you. I'm keeping an eye on this cat. He's doing this thing now where he does this. He's doing a figure 8 on the desk because he can, I guess. You have a perfectly good tree over there, and you're choosing to just do a figure 8 around the desk, right? All right. But no,
yes, Pip, it absolutely would be really cool.
It would be very cool. And so it looks like that the two sites that they want us to look at is the Train Museum and the Train Museum and
the Historic Masonic Theater.
Historic Masonic Theater. Now,
those are the two that I've had contact with.
Okay.
And if we are able to investigate those areas, or if I get enough feelers out there, there may be other businesses that want to talk to us because, like I said, we do have a train station here. We have an old paper mill that's still in function. We have a lot of old businesses. There's a giant cemetery in town. So there's a lot of history in our little town.
It would be interesting. It would be very interesting to do. Twitch Mom is proposing a Clifton Forge weekend event. Now that
like a ghost walk or something.
Even bigger. Basically, we would. I guess it would be like doing a Paracon. But what we would do instead would just be an entire weekend of ghost hunting. Now, if this was a big hit, we could make it even bigger and turn it into a proper Paracon. But that's but that's a possibility too. I mean, right now it's just lot of things up in the air, but it's all got promise, which is nice. And
secondhand, I get all the free cooking that I want because I do it.
That's right. That's right. They're actually getting their cooking game back into a swing, which is kind of cool.
And I've also got Banks, and Banks is an amazing cook.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah. So I'll tell you a real quick story about me and the Banks.
I know the story about the Banks. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to back out so you finish the story, and then you're on time for the Grim Gazette.
The Grim Gazette, yeah.
I am excited for it, but thank you so much for chatting with me, and I hope this all pans out.
Me too. All right. We'll stay in touch, okay?
Okay.
See you. Bye. So the story with Banks is he used to be a cook in the military, and first year that I came up with this idea that I was going to do a cookout at the Residence Inn grill, because every Residence Inn has this massive grill in this little courtyard area, and I thought, yeah, we should take advantage of this. And we did this thing called the meet and greet. Meet spelled MEAT, meet and greet. And it was a huge hit. So we did it again the following year. The difference was because people asked me point blank, "Hey T, are you staying at the Residence Inn for Balticon?" I was like, "Yeah." And they said, "Are you doing the meet and greet?" I'm like, "Yes, we are." So we said, "Okay, so we're going to do the meet and greet." And people actually came and they brought stuff. I believe Banks brought some meat that he had marinating in a homemade marinade for 4 freaking days. Just gonna come out and say it. Something Spence and I have in common. We love Banks's meat. Okay. It was wild. Now and Jay wasn't the only person who brought something. I mean, some people brought like peppers that have been marinating, roasted red peppers. They just need to be warmed up in the grill. The rule of this thing that we eventually called the PG Holyfield Memorial Meet and Greet. That's true, Spence. The Memorial Meet and Greet for PG Holyfield. The rule was this: I supplied the buns and the rolls, and I think I also said I'm going to buy like 2 pounds of hamburger and 2 packs of hot dogs. But the rule was, if you wanted to come to the meet and greet, Food was free. But I recommended that you bring something for the grill for yourself, but also bring something for the friend you haven't met yet. And we had people bringing stuff left and right. I mean, and it was funny too, because a wonderful friend of ours, mutual friend of ours, big burly teddy bear by the name of Mark Bailey. He says to Pip, "Is T okay? Because he hasn't left the grill in 4 hours." Pip looks over at the grill, looks back at Mark, and goes, "Yeah, he's fine. Don't worry." And you know, because I do love a grill. I feel very much at home behind a grill. And yeah, the funny thing is, Marv out there in chat, Marv is actually going to have a little bit of a feeling of what it's like to be me, because Marv got himself a smoker. Well, he got for as a holiday gift, he got a smoker. And it's not just any smoker. It's one of the smokers I used to have. So it was the model smoker before the one I've got now. So yeah, Marv, you got some good memories ahead of you. Got some really good memories ahead of you. I'm excited for you, babe. I'm excited for you. All right. So I think now's the time. I think we're ready to go. I know.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Say it. So, for Reliable Butcher as we speak, let's go. So let's talk a little bit about what I'm doing tonight. This I am calling the Grim Gazette. Now we're going to have this is episode 0, so I'm still kind of feeling it out, trying to figure out what we're going to be doing. And this is going to be a collection of weird news stories, stuff that I just find just odd, weird science style stories, if you will. Maybe a little touch of true crime in there. There's also going to be, along with the weird news, I'm also going to be doing some clips. We're going to do some clip reviews, and we're going to take a closer look at some of the paranormal offerings that are out there. And if I shoot through all of this with little to no commentary, then chances are I will probably delve into the season 3 footage that I need to review for Old Spirits. Now, for those of you who do not know, Old Spirits Investigations, or OSI, you've got the prompt in the show title. OSI, or Old Spirits Investigations, started up in 2021, and it is started with myself and Phil Rossi. After about a year, maybe shy of just a few months, we were playing Phasmophobia throughout the pandemic, and then Phil calls me up and says, "Hey T, I just got a question for you. Do you want to try this for real?" And since then, we have been a paranormal team, and we have done quite a bit, coming up on our 3rd anniversary this summer. So this is part of it. Part of what we do is we do live footage review on this channel, our footage, but this time we're going to start looking at other people's footage. We also do live investigations. The ones that we have that Spence is talking about. Yes, we're gonna do our best to stream those. I have no idea what the Wi-Fi situation is in their neck of the woods, but that's my plan. I hope that it'll be solid enough for us to go there. And part of building the channel, building the presence on there is this the Grim Gazette. So we're gonna kick off with the first weird headline of the night. Colorado funeral home owners arrested following the discovery of 190 decaying bodies.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
The owners of a Colorado funeral home were arrested Wednesday after nearly 200 decaying corpses were found improperly stored at their facility. Bet that place was fragrant. John and Carrie Halford, the owners of the Return to Nature. Oh my God. They called their funeral home Return to Nature.
It's a trap.
Yeah, this was in December. This was in December, November, December of 2023. John and Carrie Halford, the owners of the Return to Nature funeral home, were arrested on 4 felony charges, including abuse of a corpse, theft, money laundering, and forgery. The pair were taken into custody without incident in Wagoner, Oklahoma. Both are being held on bond set at $2 million. $2 million. Tidy sum, Mr. Bigglesworth. The probable cause affidavit has been sealed, but District Attorney Michael Allen said he would not contest releasing it to the public at a later date. I want to warn you, the information contained in that affidavit is absolutely shocking, he told reporters at a press conference on Wednesday. Prosecutors may bring additional charges to the case as the investigation progresses. Police first searched the funeral home located roughly 30 miles south of Colorado Springs in the town of Penrose on October 3rd after receiving a report of an abhorrent smell coming from the building. What they found inside was horrific, according to Fremont County Sheriff Alan Cooper, who declined to go into further detail during an October 6th press conference on the investigation. According to its website, Return to Nature offers green and natural burial services. Which allow bodies to decompose underground without the use of metal caskets or chemicals. The practice is legal in the state of Colorado, but the law requires bodies that are not embalmed to be refrigerated within 24 hours of death. Fremont County Coroner Randy Keller declined last month to say whether the remains discovered at Return to Nature were intended for natural burial, but he did not say they were improperly stored. He did note that they were improperly stored. Some relatives of those whose remains were sent to the funeral home for cremation told the Associated Press they believe they were given fake ashes composed of dry concrete. Oh, no, this is appropriate music right here. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. The AP also reported that the Hallifords were sued by a crematory that stopped doing business with them, but that issue did not appear to immediately attract inspectors in a state with notoriously lax funeral home regulations, even after the company's registration expired in November. Investigators originally estimated the 2,500 square foot building contained about 115 bodies. But after transporting all the remains to the El Paso County Coroner's Office, they raised that number first to 189, then 190 individuals. The process of identifying specific victims is ongoing, Keller said on Wednesday. In total, 110 individuals have been identified using fingerprints, dental records, or medical hardware. 25 bodies have been released back to their families. Probably in Stanley Cups at this rate. Colorado Governor Jared Polis issued a verbal disaster declaration in order to free up additional resources for the investigation effort that has included both state and federal bureaus of investigation, 3 county coroner's offices, the State Emergency Management Agency, and state and local police agencies. Some of the investigators come from an FBI team that has been dispatched to mass casualty events like 9/11 and airline crashes. How's everybody doing tonight? And we're off! And we're off, everybody! Wow. That Stanley Cup's too hard to get. You're probably right there. You're probably right there, hon. Well done. Well done. If I recall at the time, it wasn't the only funeral home to get in trouble around the same time. Well, this was the only one that was in the headlines. So just so you all know, the reason I'm trying to find legit sources, NPR, AP, stuff like that. I want to make sure that this is legit, legit stories. For example, I went to this one website. I cannot remember the name of it, but it was something like, it was called Too Saucy, Too Juicy, something like that. I couldn't quite figure out. I can't remember what the name is, but I remember the story. And they had a story about some deep sea divers that went down into a boat wreck, or no, plane wreckage, and what they found in there were shocking. Now I thought, okay, so they're doing some clickbaity stuff here. That's fine. But I read the opening paragraph, and it was, the way I would describe the style of the article is that it was written by somebody who was trying to write Stephen King in high school and doing it badly. That was how it came across. So I'm like, okay, I'm not, if I don't know where the source of the story is or where it's coming from, I mean, I'm not going to go to Upworthy or any of that crap. I'm just gonna keep it to the main the main ones, you know, Reuters. Now, granted, if I've got stories from overseas, that works fine. If you all have stories that you would like to share or you want to see on the Grim Gazette for next week, well, I got good news because I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to create a channel. I'm going to make a text. I'm going to call it Grim Gazette. It is not a private channel. I will create said channel and I will put it right underneath Paranormal. So if you go to Grim Gazette right now, that's what it is. And if Sam or any of my other mods from Discord is there, yeah, we can go on ahead and we can wait. Start the Grim Gazette private channel. See, this is where I get pissy. This is why I hate freaking. It's not supposed to be private. Oh no, wait. No, it's private for this one. It's not like a public channel, so anybody can pop in there. We should be good. Anyway, but yeah, I can do a quick description of what the Grim Gazette is and all that stuff. But if you have a news story that you want to drop in the Grim Gazette, that's where you're going to drop it. That's where you're going to drop it. Okay, stories like this. Kansas couple charged with collecting man's retirement while keeping his body in their home for 6 years. If you let me, I would recognize everything in the server. Okay. Yeah. If you want to, I haven't even started reading the story yet, Bear. Here we go. Overland Park, Kansas. From the AP Newswire. That's what's even better about this kind of story because it's from AP. Overland Park, Kansas. A Kansas couple has been charged with fraudulently collecting more than $215,000 in retirement benefits on behalf of a dead relative while they concealed his body inside their home for 6 years. Authorities say Mike Carroll's pacemaker showed that he died in 2016 at age 81. But Overland Park didn't discover his body until 2022 after his son-in-law, Kirk Ritter, called the police to report his death in the Kansas City suburb. Prosecutors say Lynn Ritter and Kirk Ritter, both 61, continued depositing and spending from Carroll's bank account even while his body had become mummified on a bed in the home he owned. Lynn Ritter is Carroll's daughter. Family members told the Kansas City Star that the Ritters would repeatedly give them excuses about why, so many excuses about why Carroll could never take a phone call or visit, while leading them to believe that Carroll was still alive. The couple is due to appear in federal court to face several charges on February 2nd. They didn't respond to phone and email messages from the newspaper, and court documents do not list a defense attorney representing them. Oh dear. Oh dear. They're defending themselves. Well, they got plenty of money to do it with, so there is that. It's like, hey, how you doing? Prosecutors say the pension and Social Security payments Carroll received over the 6 years after his death totaled $216,000.67, but bank records from that time showed checks being written from his bank account and cashed by Lynn and Kirk Ritter. And that dropped in the news feed this week, 2024. Wow. Okay. Now, not to get too grim, everybody. Honestly, I'm also looking for weird science stories. Like this one. Cause behind beer goggles debunked by scientists. There you go. Scientists have debunked a theory that beer goggle effect is due to drinkers finding someone more attractive because their faces appear more symmetrical under the influence. Researchers from the University of Portsmouth questioned 99 men and women aged between 18 and 62 in a pub to test how people rate looks after a few drinks. I love this story. But the study, published in the Journal of Psychopharmacology, I'm just less juicy when drunk. But the study, published in the Journal of Psychopharmacology, found that while alcohol did impair face symmetry detection, it did not influence judgments of attractiveness. A spokesman said, "The term beer goggles has been used for decades to describe when a person finds themselves sexually attracted to someone while intoxicated but not sober. One possible explanation for the effect is that the alcohol impairs the drinker's ability to detect facial asymmetry, thus making potential partners more visually pleasing." Existing research has shown that a part of what makes people attractive to others is how well both sides of their face match. Okay. The thinking goes, the more symmetry, the better the gene pool. But when alcohol is introduced, it is thought that a person is less likely to notice if the faces around them are non-symmetrical. I mean, yeah, secondhand, that's how this works, but no. However, a new experiment found that while alcohol did impair face symmetry detection, it had no influence on facial attractiveness judgments. Dr. Alistair Harvey from the university's Department of Psychology said, "Alcohol is a strong predator of sexual behavior, often consumed before or during dates. There are a range of possible reasons why alcohol drinkers are more inclined to engage in sex, including a lack of inhibition, heightened expectations, personality traits, and the beer goggles effect. Due to the limited research on this topic, we ran a field experiment." And I'm just gonna let, it's just, yeah.
I suggest you let that one marinate.
I am. Okay, due to the limited research on this topic, we ran a field experiment to help determine why people often experience unexpected and regretted sexual escapades after having one too many. Dr. Harvey said that an explanation for the findings could be that attractiveness depended on many factors rather than just the small effects of facial symmetry. He said, "We don't deny the existence of a beer goggles effect, but we suspect it would be more easily detectable when using live models for an experiment instead of static photographs. Images conceal a range of important visual criteria for attractiveness, including build, body shape, height, expression, and clothing. Therefore, further research is needed to find the missing piece to the puzzle." All right, I'm just going to come out and say it. When I get into the paranormal and people go, you should really pay attention to science. This is science, everybody. This right here is science in action, okay? The University of Portsmouth, everybody. Yes, exactly. Okay. Sounds like a tax break for these guys, probably. Now, I'm glad Marv is here for the very first episode because I actually the last story, the last weird news story I have, I am dedicating to Marv. I'm just this one's for you, babe. I love you, man. I do. I love you like a brother. Sunderland apologizes to its fans for rebranding Stadium Bar in Newcastle colors for FA Cup game. Sunderland, England, from the AP Newswire, everybody. From
That's what she said.
Yeah. Right now, I can hear him going, "Oh my God." Sunderland scored a spectacular own goal off the field well before its FA Cup showdown with arch rivals Newcastle. The second-tier English soccer club, football, apologized to fans after a bar at its Stadium of Light was rebranded in Newcastle color and banners ahead of Saturday's derby. The Black Cats Bar will serve as a corporate hospitality suite for visiting fans, but Sunderland pledged to return to the space to its original state after a fan backlash. Sunderland apologized for a serious error in judgment and said it had requested an immediate review is undertaken due to determine how this process unfolded. No, this happened. This was reported on January 5th. This was reported January 5th. So yeah. Effing hell. Club owner Carol Louis Dreyfus, who also apologized, said he was disgusted and hurt by the news. I take full responsibility for every decision that is taken by the employees of our club. And you have my word that I will personally make sure that we will make the necessary changes required to improve, because it's clear there are many areas where we need to do better. Yes, we'll have another sherry, please. No, that was just implied. Oh, it's the sorry, that was the Frenchman. I take full responsibility for every action that is taken by the employees of our club, and you have my word that I will personally make sure we will make the necessary changes required to improve, because it is clear that there are many areas where we are needed to be better, the Frenchman said on his Instagram account. Home fans were already tense after some season ticket holders were moved from their usual seats to accommodate the 6,000 traveling Magpies supporters. The gaffe threatened to overshadow the eagerly anticipated third-round cup match between the Northeast neighbors. The teams haven't squared off since a 1-1 Premier League draw in March 2016 at St. James Park. And because I watch Welcome to Wrexham and Ted Lasso, I really understand this. I understand this. This makes perfect sense to me, everybody. Sunderland was relegated to the top flight after the 2016-17 season. The club then slipped down to League One the next campaign, all chronicled in the popular Netflix series Sunderland Till I Die. Sunderland returned to the championship last season, was one game away from earning promotion to the Premier League. The club is currently 6th in standings. Newcastle has lost 4 straight games in all competitions and 11 points away from the top 4 in the Premier League. So that's for you, Marv. That one. That's all for you. There you go. All right. Whew. I honestly was just holding my breath that you would enjoy that. Yeah, there you go. There you go. What's the old saying, hun? Football is 90 minutes pretending that you're hurt. Rugby is 60 minutes pretending you're not. Who says I don't think about you, Marv? Who says I don't think about you? Come on, buddy. You got this. Okay. All right. So here we go. We are now segueing from weird news to the ghost footage. Now, I want to make sure everybody can see this okay, and everybody can also hear this okay, just in case. I'm assuming that all of these have audio of some kind, which means I'm going to go on ahead and take care of the audio here. There you go. So this is actually from Fox 26 News at KMPH, which means they're out in California. And which, there you go, there's California as well. Is that a ghost on a Central California road? Let me go on ahead and let me max this out to the screen. Let's see. Yes, I know. So let's see how this looks, everybody. Let's see how this looks. So we're looking in the circled area. Okay. The world is healing. Thank you, Sam. Hey, Sam, this one's for you. Okay. So here's something you need to know about these kind of cameras. Okay. This is obviously taken from this is something that's been taken from a dash cam, obviously. A dash cam of some description, right? And we're going to watch this again. And here's what you need to know about dash cams or any of the cameras. If it's not your phone, and if it's a camera that is, I'll go so far as to say $150 or lower. It's got terrible optics. Now there are 2 types of optics that you have in a camera. Okay. You've got digital optics, and the other one is called. I have this written down somewhere. I actually have this written down. I actually have this in a 5-minute paranormal, and I forgot what the other optics are called. But there are two, but the thing is that these dash cams, the ones that so many people buy, they rely on digital optics. Thank you. Okay. Is that the bonk that you think you think that bonk is better than this bonk? I disagree. I disagree, if you don't mind me saying. So so you have these these digital optics, and what it is that they are computers, small computers that are taking digital information and filling in the blanks. Okay, it's filling in the blanks when it cannot process what the image is there. Now, these digital optics you'll find in really cheap cameras, and the bigger problem that you have is that they can actually create something called artifacting. Artifacting is when you get information that the digital onboard computers are either that they're creating. A good example of that is when you overcompress audio. When you overcompress audio, or when you try to remove sound too much digitally, you get weird beeps and whirs and just sounds that didn't exist. You actually create them. That's what's happening here. Because as it's, and this dash cam is obviously not using infrared of any kind. So it's trying to render not only the stuff on this side of the road, but the stuff in front of it. And yeah, you're losing something here. And this is the computer. This is the onboard digital optics of the camera trying to render what's there. It would be lovely to think that, yes, that is a ghost crossing the road to get to the other side. So obviously it's the ghost of a chicken. But yeah, this is the optics of a cheap camera trying to process that. Now, the weird noise, that's just the sound of when the person created this video. They created this video by slowing down the sound as well. So you get that noise as well. So tempting to believe that is paranormal. It isn't. It's just it is simply digital optics working really, really hard. So yeah. But thank you, KMPH Fox 26 News. Thank you for that. Very cool. Okay. This one actually has a story with it. This is from WBZ News. Did a Portsmouth, New Hampshire restaurant known for its ghosts catch a spooky sight on camera? The library restaurant in Portsmouth, again, Portsmouth, says in a Facebook post that motion detectors inside the building were triggered just before what appears to be a puff of smoke passes by outside. The restaurant says it couldn't have been wind because the trees in the video aren't moving, and also shut down suggestions. Look at this. Look at this. Secondhand gifting a tier 1 sub to my daughter. How about that? How about that? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. The restaurant says it couldn't have been the wind because the trees in the video aren't moving, and also shut down suggestions that it was someone smoking or vaping. It's not lights from the car because you can see how others are picked up, and there's no horizontal wind blowing, so what can this be? The Facebook post reads. The video shows police officers responding to the alarms shortly after. Okay, so this is what the actual post said. Our building, the Rockingham, is well known for its ghosts, and notably the ones in the library basement. Last night, for the very first time, our motion detector alarms inside the building were set off by this camera motion caught on video in the dead of night outside the window. The motion detectors inside cannot see what the camera outside sees. It's not lights from the car because you can see how others are picked up. There's no horizontal wind blowing. So what can this be? Make of it what you will, but this has never happened before. Spooky coincidence for this time of year. P.S. Our police rock. Showing up, check out, is all in double time quick, 1 minute, 18 seconds. Those commenting on the restaurant Facebook page were divided about whether something paranormal actually occurred. It's just steam or fog, one person wrote. You can see the poltergeist going by the camera. Very cool, another said. Others claim to have ghastly encounters in the building before. I've been to the library many times. I assure you there's a female ghost in the bathroom area. Again, what is it about the bathroom area? What is it about the bathroom area? Did not know it was haunted. What message did I miss? I didn't miss the message. Sorry about that. I did not miss the message. But I'm trying to find. Okay. My wife got me this. Where's the video? Okay. I guess we'll see if it's here. Okay. Let's see if it's in here. Oh, geez, hon. Baby. Baby. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think I found the link. I think I found the link to it. Oh, you redeemed a tier 3. Oh, even better. Let's go.
Hail to the king, baby.
I will make sure of that. Okay, I'll make sure I take care of that. Let's see here. Okay, so. There it is. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's click to expand. Okay, or maybe not. Let's click to expand. There we go. Much better. All right. So this is an IR security camera. Really? That's it? That's all you got for me? So something like this. I mean, all right, first off, let's start from the beginning again. And let me see real quick. I wanted to see October. Okay. So I have a couple things about this. First off, I will say the optics of a security camera, not easy. It's easy now. We're not going to get into this is BS kind of thing. All right, we're not going to get that intense on it. We're going to try to analyze this and just kind of debunk it in a more friendly sort of way, in a Casper sort of way, if you will, a friendly ghost sort of way. First off, October. It's October in Portsmouth. Okay, and New Hampshire, as Spence can attest, because Spence actually lived in that area for a while, and October tends to get a little colder, a little faster than the rest of the United States. So temperature is going to be an issue. Temperature is going to be an issue. All right. The other thing too, security cameras, particularly security cameras that have IR, they are going to have better. That's a pine bush right there. Yeah. But they're going to have better IR. Okay. They're going to have better infrared. Okay. They have to, because they're security cameras, and the more modern the security cameras, the more detail you're going to be able to get from what you're capturing. For example, look at this statue of the lion. There's a lot of detail that you're seeing in that lion, and that's something, that's good to know. You'll have better optics, not great optics, but you'll have better optics than you will with a dash cam. And here we go. Pipperico with a follow. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. So you're gonna have better optics with a security camera. Matter of fact, that's one of the things that you might hear some people talk about. Do security cameras make for good paranormal investigation cameras? Yes and no. Yes, they make great affordable security cameras, and sometimes, because sometimes they're USB powered, or they you can plug them in using USB. That's great. The downside about them, though, is that 9 times out of 10 security cameras are there because security cameras are there for visuals. They're not there for anything audio. And if you want to get quality audio out of an IR camera, a security and you're going down the security camera route, well, it's going to be a little more expensive. Something to consider. Okay, something to consider. As far as this one is concerned, I think it looks like it's pretty good quality. Excuse me as I adjust the all right. As I adjust my mic again. And for the most part, the resolution is not bad. That's actually pretty decent resolution for a security camera. And when you get security footage like this, you're gonna probably guesstimate, okay, this security camera is maybe 5 years old, maybe even 10. And yeah, even 10 years back, the security cameras at that time are actually pretty good. They're always going to encourage you to up your security cameras by, every 3 to 5 years. Maybe, if you can afford it, every 1 to 2 years. But as far as this place's camera is concerned, this is a pretty decent camera, it looks like. Now, let's look at the actual footage itself. So we have, I didn't miss it, did I? I don't think I did. Yeah. And a few seconds later, you're going to see it again. Yeah. Okay. Is that paranormal? House versus business. Yes. There's going to be a difference there. It'd be very interesting to go on Google Maps and see what building is on the right. Yes, that is. That would also make a big difference. What is on the right? Is anything putting off heat on the right? And also because you're a little higher up, that is also, the air is going to be cooler. So if somebody even opens a window and that condenses with, that reacts with the cold air up there, it's gonna create that. Do I think it's paranormal? No. Just because the wind is not moving the trees, it doesn't mean that if you have something with heat, according to the weather history, the temperature was around 45 to 47 degrees Fahrenheit. Is that cold enough to see breath? No, it is not. So if the weather history was that warm, what's the place called again? All right, let's find this out. The place is called. That is not enough to. That is not enough to see your breath. That goes. Yeah. It was the Library Restaurant in Portsmouth. Library Restaurant in Portsmouth. So if it was 45 to 47, then that would be chilly, but not enough to say it's paranormal. But the problem I have with this is that, well, first off, there's another problem I have with this video. All right, I'll let it play again. Okay, so in about 15 seconds, it's not dust. It's definitely not dust. If it was dust, we'd actually see some particles in there. So it should be coming by. So it goes by. And then there's another one. And then another one goes by. Honestly, there could have been a car around the corner that was starting up. If there was, it looks a little too nondescript to be something paranormal. If it was paranormal, hang on. Bless my wife. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it can't be anything from around the corner. It can't be anything from around the corner because there's no street around this corner. The other thing about this particular this particular building is that there is street parking all the way along. So if there's no corner, but there is street parking on there. It could have been a delivery truck that was just starting off, and the exhaust was carried down from a delivery truck that's off on this corner. It's not it's also moving. I will tell you, it's a bit like trying to explain away dust as orbs. When you see dust, it basically goes in one direction. That's what this mist is doing. It's just going in one direction, and there's another going in the same direction. There's another going in the same direction. So what you're telling me is that 3 ghosts went by this camera because they're having a conference on the other side of this building. Honestly, it's a little too consistent. Now, if deliveries happen at all different times, Twitch Mom. They happen at all different times. And this could have just been a night. Yeah, you can also tell that it is not that cold that night, because if you take a look at it is definitely not, I will say what it is not. It is not a mist created by temperature, because if you look at this police officer who looks like he is armed for bear. Good God. Give me a second here. Okay, no, that's just a bunch of. For a second, I thought he had like an assault rifle on his chest. There was no one vaping, because, that's fine. But you'll also notice too, these guys are wearing t-shirts, so it wasn't that cold, unless these guys are the kind of guys that wear t-shirts when it's cold. I'm not going to say anything about that. But do I think that mist was paranormal? It would have been paranormal if it had gone one way and then come back the next. It would have been paranormal if it had had more of a shape to it. It's a little too inconclusive for me to say if it's paranormal or not. I don't think it is. I honestly do not think it is paranormal. What else could it be? It could be exhaust from a truck or a delivery vehicle, or from someone starting up their vehicle that's further down this side of the road. It's hard to tell which way the wind is blowing. Obviously, if the wind is blowing, it could be blowing this way. But the shapelessness of it, yes. When people talk about mists and the paranormal, most of the time they're not saying, well, a mist just floated in front of me. Usually the mist has to take some type of shape, some type of form. It has to solidify into something. So, So that's why I'm saying that no, I do not think it's paranormal. Here's another reason why I'm a little skeptical of restaurants when they talk about them being haunted. Okay. There was a Ghost Hunters episode, and I don't remember which episode it was, but there was a Ghost Hunters episode where Taps was called in to investigate this spirit that haunted this restaurant somewhere out in California. And they went there. They were getting ready to just, spend the night, ask questions and everything. And they're sitting there and they're asking questions. They're checking it out. Everything's very quiet. None of the devices are going off. Everything is very, very still. They then go on ahead and they start going through the bar itself. And they said, well, there's something about, they were talking about something about with the bar, where the glasses would shake. So Jason, I think it was Jason, got up on the bar and was looking at the bar, and he said, hey, hang on a second. And he noticed that the apparatus that was holding all the glasses went into the ceiling, but in a weird way. So he popped one of the tiles so he could see, like you saw in Aliens, where they pop open the tile and they see all the aliens coming. That's not what Jason saw. But he went up there and he noticed there was a little motor. There was a motor up there, and it was connected to the apparatus that had this one row of glasses that everybody said the ghost shook that, right? So then they said, well, okay, that's debunked because this is rigged. So then they go to the bathroom where they say they found that there was a voice that would whisper to people when they would go in there. The moment they walked into the bathroom, they heard the whisper. But they both said, hang on a second. They stepped out, walked back in, boom, they hear the voice a second time. And they looked up around the door, and sure enough, there was a catch by the door, and it was wired to something up in the ceiling that had a little voice box to it, and then that voice box would trigger off whenever anybody would go into the bathroom. And then they said there was this thing where people saw someone staring back at them from the mirror. They get up to the mirror, they take a closer look at it. By this point, Jason Hawes is about to punch a bitch. He was furious because he was like, this is like, trying to, ghost hunt in a funhouse. And sure enough, they found out that there was a two-way mirror and that there was, in fact, a blue mannequin dummy, on the other side of the mirror. So whenever restaurants say, oh, yeah, we're haunted, I'm like, yeah, you also kind of enjoy business. So I don't know. I'm always really super critical of that sort of thing. I also remember another TAP story where they went to go and investigate this very famous, reputedly haunted restaurant in New Orleans. They get there, and they were having some kind of business conference. So they had all their recording devices out, and it was useless. It was useless because there was a party right next door. I honestly see nothing paranormal in this video. I just think it's it was also, keep in mind too, this story, it was reported in October. And don't all businesses say they're haunted? Yeah, they do. This was also October 20th. So I'm sure that WBZ News was looking for some spooky stuff to say or spooky stuff to share. Okay. So this right here is the flying cylinder. Again, my wife found these for me. So this should be interesting. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. Okay. Is this some dude's drone? Uh-huh. Again, one of the biggest problems with this video is, okay, Chris, take care. A big problem with this video is, again, we're dealing with digital optics, and because you're working with digital optics, yeah. And it's one of the things that I find a lot of problems with paranormal videos on a whole. I'll probably be saying it again and again and again for the Grim Gazette, that when you have like the technology that's in this current phone, right? And you've got this, you've got the optics of the phone that are good enough to probably film a straight up ready for post-production film, like a feature film. You could probably shoot it off the iPhone right now. That's how good the optics are in here. But then when people turn in stuff that they say, oh, it's paranormal, I caught it on my phone, I'm like, okay, how long have you been using a Nokia flip phone? Because it just feels like that's always the video that you find off of people's phones. It's a phone from the 90s. And so, yeah, that's what I'm looking at right here. Yeah. Another real problem with this, you'll notice that the pixels around the object, when you see this type of pixelation, when it gets dark like that, it usually insinuates that there is some type of masking that's involved. There's some kind of masking that's involved. And it's something you have to be very conscientious of when you're looking at footage like this. Yeah. The clouds passing in front was actually quite good. I got to admit, the clouds passing in front, that's a good touch. But when you see this, when you see that haze, that halo around the object, and people are saying, "Oh yeah, it was there," that's either a combination of bad camera optics, masking, or both. So you have to take caution with that. It would have also been nice. It would have also been nice if we could have had a zoomed in version, and then, or rather, we would have had the standard version and then the zoomed in version, just to see the difference. Now again, here, this is a cheap camera. This is a cheap camera, cheap optics. This. Yeah. This is why I get so aggravated with UFO footage. I honestly think sometimes UFO footage can be easier debunked than it can be debunked a lot easier than paranormal footage. This one, I gotta admit, from this viewpoint, it's very convincing. It's very convincing. I think one of the bigger issues. Yes, thank you. We're zooming in now. Thank you very much. Again, when you zoom in, when you zoom in like this, I don't think I should be seeing all of these pixels around this. It does look like a meteorite, but in reverse. But we'll get back to the night one in just a moment. Now, hang on. Okay. Yeah, it kind of blips out here, and I don't think it's not a focus issue, because you'll notice that the clouds aren't struggling to be in focus, but when you get to the actual object in question, that's a different matter altogether. Okay, what is my? Aw. My wife is being distracting. She's sending, while I'm trying to do important work here with debunking UFO footage. My wife is sending me pictures of Dorito snuggling with Sebastian, which is awfully damn sweet. Okay, let's get back to this. All right, so yeah, the blip out, the blip out where you're trying to focus on the object. That's a bit sus, because nothing else is struggling to pop in. Now this is just a shoddy camera. So as far as do I think it's a flying saucer? Do I think it's one of these flying cylinders? No. But do I know what it is? No, I don't know that either. I just know that when it reaches this point, it disappears behind the pipe, and then it just kind of disappears from view. Could this have been put in post-production? Sure, it could. Do I know that for sure? No, I don't. Again, I don't think this is a UFO. I don't think it's anything paranormal. It's also at an airport, which that kind of rule. I can also state very clearly, I don't think it's a small aircraft of any kind, because if it were, there would be running lights on it of some description, especially if it's at an airport. So this one, I did want my wife to challenge me. I didn't want her to just send me stuff that was blatantly easy. But as far as this footage is concerned, I don't know what it is, but I also know what it isn't. So that's as good as I got, everybody. Let's see what it says here. I'm just curious what everyone makes of these recent cylinder videos. First two posted on 11/14 by YouTube, Mr. MB333. The first one's somewhat compelling. First glance, we should be able to make some structural features. Same with the second video. The third video is the recent Minnesota meteor video. Just thought it was interesting that the three intriguing Tic Tac-esque videos should surface such a short time. Curious what the comment, what they think. I mean, now here's the thing, though. Here's what I this is just something else that, you know, food for thought, if you will, is that yeah, I can't identify it. So does that make it an unidentified flying object? You know, I don't think it's a secret military plane either. It, you know what? It could easily be a bat. It could easily be a bug because of the terrible optics of the camera. That does play into that does factor in. That does factor in. Now, before we get into this, which is the Reddit thread, a video my sister took a couple years back. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break because I need to make sure that I have plenty of hydration for what's to come. And yeah, I just want to make sure that that I've got hydration, that I get something to Spence tonight, and that's about it. So let's go on ahead and let's do a BRB. And when we get back, more videos, more from the Grim Gazette. I hope you're enjoying it. I will be talking about feedback on this new content a little later tonight. So just sit tight. We'll be right back. I'm gonna go look for the invader.
I'm willing to bet probably Steps.
He is Steps because I am at drill and he is not here. Heading over there.
I don't see him.
Yep, there he is.
Got him.
Woo! Let's go, baby.
This is what the incoming at the coach. Portal's ready. Grab your gun. This is what the Taken feel. Revel in this. One down. That's two. Seconds left. Bury another. Oh, they could've run. Look at them now. They're dead.
I'll take it.
Time for a prime evil. Feel that
I'll
way.
take it. I'll take it. I'll take that. That felt really good. That felt really good. Come on, give me some hype in chat. Give me all your hype emotes in chat.
Let's go,
Do
baby.
It. Do it. Do it, baby.
All right, I've got super going.
All right, they are right in front of you. Throw it. Hit it, baby.
Yeah,
Hit it.
I got some, baby.
Oh my God, he got him. He got his first invader kill.
Let's go, Jack. We get some hype in chat, baby. I got another one. I got another
there
one.
We go.
Let's go. I don't care. I'm camping spawn right now. It's a black guy doing this. And I'm back, baby. All right, let's kill this prime evil and go home.
Yes. All right, melt the prime evils, fire team. Melt the prime evil. Let's make this happen.
Let's go. Oh, I'm dead. Let's melt this, baby.
Let's hit this. Let's hit it.
All right, let's go out on a win, folks.
You got. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah,
let's
we did
go!
it, baby!
Let's go! How many did you take out? How many did you take out?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I took out like maybe 2 or 3.
It'll say in your stats.
It'll say my stats. Okay, let's see. Let's see, chat. Come on.
Let's do this.
my God! He was one away from Army of One! Let's go!
Yeah! Oh my God, we did it! Woo!
Through a grant from No Kid Hungry, which was a majority of our resources, right? To be able to purchase this truck and get it going. So families have a hard time to get from one place to another place. And I was like, man, why can't we be the ones to get to them, right? And we could lift off that burden, you know, eliminate that barrier and be able to serve our students, our families, in a way that they feel like we actually care for them.
Hi, I'm Steve Saylor, aka Blind Gamer Steve. I'm a content creator and accessibility advocate and consultant in the video game industry.
My name is T Morris. People call me T, they call me T Monster. I also go by Twitch Dad.
When I started looking into wanting to stream, I had known this dude here for about, I think about 10 years at that point. 10 years. And so I reached out to him. I was like, hey, you know what? I know you play Destiny. Would you be cool kind of helping me and guiding me through the game? I've never played it before.
This is when I gave you a little bit of honesty. I said, are you sure you want me? Because you see me play, so you know how bad my aim is. It'll be the blind leading the blind. And he went, that's what we'll call it.
All right, there's the Traveler. There's the Traveler in front of us. Let's go. Walk forward. Walk forward. I want you to enjoy this.
As someone who has a disability where it affects my vision and it is hard for me to be able to play games in general, having someone take the time and guide me through being able to play a game and not try to rush me through things, that meant the world to me.
There's that. All right. Oh, there he is.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah!
In any other game, it's usually people don't want to play with a disabled person, whereas with Destiny, I can jump in with T, I can jump in with my friends, and even when we just jump in with random blueberries in the community, we can still be able to help each other out, and that's why I love Destiny.
Did you shoot my friend? That was a bad choice.
It's all about being able to reach out and pick someone up and being like, we can do this together. And that is being a hero. It's being able to lift everyone else up.
It's not about you. It's about the fire team. That's what makes a good guardian, is when it's about reaching the end goal and reaching it together.
Is that still going off in there, Tina? I would like the cat balls. Someone needs some cat balls.
What was that? What was that?
Someone needs some cat balls. You have.
What is that? What is that? Do you hear that, Pip? It's a very, wow, hang on. It's a very rushed, it sounds like a rushed whisper.
Someone needs some cat balls.
Yeah, I thought it was something on the floor, but it's not.
Someone needs some cat balls.
I'm now slowing it down to 175. I'm hearing turn around. Does anyone else hear that? Turn around?
It's not quiet on this side of the REM pod.
Oh no, I can. We can all hear it. We can all hear it.
I want to try something.
Okay, so Steve says I'm going to try something. I'll hear it. We can all hear it.
I want to try something.
No one wants to talk to us.
Oh God, I actually saw it move.
got some. I'm gonna do that right over here, and then I'm going to drop that in and go shadow. Please make my shadows black so it pops a little harder. 100% opacity. 7 on the edge. Actually, let's tighten that up a bit. 5 pixels. There you go. Boom.
Oh God, I actually saw it move.
Really?
I saw it move.
As you can see, everybody, we have actually segued from the BRB CAD cam to the current CAD cam, which has our apprentice gamer cat up there. That's Hicks. Hicks wanted to come downstairs. He made it clear to me that he wanted to come downstairs. So he is now up there with Uncle Benedict. It's kind of nice. All right. So let's get back to it. I can already tell you what the problems I'm going to have with this video, but I will wait to get to that. Okay, so it's basically somebody runs by the doorway. Let's have a look. Oh, well, not that way. Okay, here we go. Right. So somebody runs by the doorway. Here's the first big problem that I have with this video. It's 2 seconds long. And there really is, you have to time it just right to, even get a glimpse of what's running by that video. Okay, so there it is. Whatever this thing was that ran by the video, it's between this frame and this frame, and we can't even. So here's why we cannot say it's paranormal. One, it is shot from one angle. That is the biggest problem with. Well, no, that's not the biggest problem with the video. The biggest problem with the video, it's 2 seconds long, so there's very little that you can do with that. Secondly, it is horrible quality. You can just see that the jagged line of the doorway and whatever that is behind her. If that's first off, we can't even tell what she's shooting. Is she doing a selfie of herself? Is she taking a photograph? It's kind of hard to figure out what she's doing in that photograph, but whatever the case is, it's causing glare that is futzing with all of the optics of what is doing the recording. It'd be nice to think, oh, that's a shadow. It'd be nice to think it's a shadow figure. But the problem is, it could also be, well, let's find out in the thread if anybody goes, I mean, it's Reddit, so people are going to go for the funny. Conveniently low quality. That's the one that always kills videos like this. Yeah, the way she's angled is also very weird. And also that's the thing, when you watch it in the lower resolution, in the smaller setting, it looks quite convincing. But there's an additional problem you run into in that yes, it looks very convincing there, but the moment I blow it up, the resolution is gone. And it looks like, this could be that's the other thing. Another problem with this video, and again, am I saying that this is not paranormal? Yes, I am. Because we don't know the following. What was the lead up And what was the following? Because if you see it here, she should see it. She should hear it. There should be something that should be, should be making a sound like that. So we have no idea what happened before or after this video. Second, it's only 2 seconds. When I first started sitting down with Phil and we were doing clip review as opposed to doing the full footage review that we now do on Old Spirits, Phil would send me 5 to 10 second clips. And I said, Phil, these need to be 3 times longer. And he said, what? And I said, you need to have roughly 10 seconds at the beginning, the 10 seconds around the moment where something paranormal happens, and then the follow through 10 seconds afterwards. That way you can rule out any weird sounds that happen. Could have been traffic, could have been somebody coming up, could have been somebody taking a breath, that sort of thing. That's the first thing. Secondly, 2 seconds is, 2 seconds may be an eternity on stage, but in a film clip, it's instant. Third problem is we have no context. We don't know if this girl has a little brother. We have no idea what this girl is doing. And again, good call, Spence. The angle of the camera is a little wonky, and there's just too many inconsistencies about this. Did he open that? Hold on 1 second. I gotta check something real quick here. Did you open that? No, you didn't. Yes, you did. No, you didn't. What did you do? Oh, you did. Okay, good. You just knocked it down. Okay. Whoopsie. What? Look, don't listen to your Uncle Benedict, okay? He will tell you the ways of GamerCat, but that is your place. Same way Benedict is on his now. If you want to be on camera, Benedict, you got to be where now you got to be where Hicks is. Tag, you're it. Okay, all right. So yeah, this is I don't know. Now here's why I don't think it's staged. I don't think it's staged because it does look like the typical. It looks like the typical like selfie. That's the other problem too. I can't tell if she is film. It looks like she is filming herself in a reflection in a mirror, but it just the composition of the video clip is something of a mess, so that makes it even harder to break down. I don't think it's staged, but it's pretty sloppy. So, really, I mean, bless their cotton socks. They got nearly 550 upvotes, but yeah, I'm not impressed. It's something runs past the doorway, looks like it'd be called small kid by its size. I commented some pictures of the doorway showing that no human could have ran that fast in such a little space. Now that's not necessarily true. Especially if you're filming, if a kid could easily run by a doorway without any issue and make it look that fast. So kind of forgettable. Now, this one is 9 seconds long, so that's a bit of an issue. My mom caught my dead dog in a live video. Okay. My dog died about a year before this was taken. My mom was taking a picture of a decoration on my dining room table and realized something in the back of the live picture. I slowed it down so you guys could take a look and let me know what you think. All right. So now, what I'm gathering is this is a live picture. This is a live picture that has been downloaded in video, so we can take a look at it. This ought to be intriguing. I'm going to play that again. Okay. Huh. Obviously, it is a dog. It is a dog in the picture. I mean, yeah. There is some kind of dog in this picture or some kind of animal in this picture. Hi there, Christella. I mean, all right, what was the details about the... My dog died about a year before this was taken. My mom was taking a picture of a decoration on my dining room table and realized something in the back of the live picture. I slowed it down so you guys can take a look and let me know what you think. So the mom was taking a picture of this decoration and she caught the dog. At this resolution, it pops. I won't lie there. At this resolution, it pops. It moves like a dog. But again, and here is where you really do need to, this is where you need to, kind of take a step back and go, okay, well, what else do we have? And unfortunately, we don't have any context. Again, we have to take it at face value. Is there a dog in that picture? It sure looks like it. Okay, it says that he says that his dog died the year before. How do we know it's not someone else's dog? How do we know it isn't the dog of another family member or another friend? It's a little vague, and again, it can't be. It's very hard to say that it's paranormal, because there is no way you can take that one photograph and go, okay, well, have we tried anything else? Have we tried, leaving a recorder, seeing if we pick up the sound of, dogs, a dog's claws against the floor? That's a tough one. That's a tough one, because I can't necessarily dismiss it, but I also can't. Again, I don't have enough context. Would I like to think that it's a phantom dog? Absolutely. I would love to think it's a phantom dog. The other thing I'd love to think about it with that phantom dog is that it is a big bonus about that. Let me pull that up again. Another great thing about this is that it's in broad daylight. The fact that he caught this in broad daylight, or that the mom caught it in broad daylight, that's pretty damn cool. Now, one of the things that I would say is, I don't want to say sus. Usually, when you get a live picture, let me see if I can time it. It's between where it is in the timeline here and the timeline here that you get the picture. So it's near the end. It's near the end of the clip. It's near the end of the live picture where we see the dog movement. Now that is kind of compelling, because if you ever take a look at your live photos, whenever you look at your live photos, you'll notice that the featured photo of a live photo is usually in the middle or somewhere near the beginning. it is rarely, if ever, at the very end. So that I find a little mysterious. So far, of all the things that I've looked at, this one warrants a little bit more investigation. It's also weird as hell. It's weird as hell. If there's no provided there's no other pet in this house, provided nobody else has brought a pet. That was a good find, Pip. That was a really good find. Really interesting. Because you can see the tip of the tail here and here, and then you see what looks like a dog's ear here. It's too bad because the live pictures do come with sound. It's too bad he didn't have the sound in there either. I don't think he does. Now, one of the other problems that I have with this, though, but I don't think that's a problem. It looks like at the very beginning, it looks like somebody jostles the camera. That could just be somebody just holding the camera steady. This one I would say is kind of inconclusive. It's so to find that's a good one. There's a lot of discussion I'm sure Phil and I would have over this one. This one is not as easy to debunk. It's not as easy to debunk. It feels pretty legit. I would want to come back to this location and maybe run a few devices just to see if we pick up any weird sounds, particularly at night. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay. So let's look at this one. Texas cam photos. So my friend has a bunch of hunting cameras that she's been telling me about this image that popped up on her cams. And well, today she showed me. Any thoughts? So they're trying to say that this is something cryptid-like, and I hate to break it to them, but that's not how trail cams work. One, is this a still clip from a video, or does the trail cam do still shots? If it's only still shots, if something is that close to a trail cam, it's not going to be the best resolution. It's just not going to be. This could easily be, two eyes and a snout. That could be, it could be, this could be an ear, it could be two ears. I am not convinced that this is a cryptid. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be really honest with you, chat, and it drives Phil nuts. When it comes to cryptids, I am a hard sell on that. I would believe in UFOs far sooner than cryptids. Why, you may ask? When it comes to ghosts, yes, I do. I now do believe that ghosts are very real because of some of the weird stuff that's happened to me and Pip and Phil and my daughter. I mean, we've all had some weird stuff happen at some of these different locations. And that's my wife coming in with the Guy Ritchie reference. What that is one of 17 hungry pigs. Do you know what the term nemesis means? You want sugar, Big Top? No, thanks, Turkish. I'm sweet enough.
This is great.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't want a hug?
Thank you.
No hugs.
I do pretty good, Brick Top, eh? I have to be careful, though, that my Brick Top doesn't slip into my Jonathan Lamb from Slow Horses. God, if I start quoting Slow Horses, I'm gonna violate my own rules there. No, that could easily be some wildlife just taking a closer sniff of whatever this trail cam is. So, do I think that is a cryptid? No, I do not. But yeah, in the words of Phil Rossi, after meeting the mountain monster hunters, that was Phil said, yeah, that set me back about 5 years. So yeah, it's going to be a while before I really buy into the cryptid movement, because while the equipment used to find ghosts is still kind of experimental. Well, not kind of. It's very experimental. The principles of EMF fields and motion detectors, how sensitive they are, et cetera, et cetera. We have this type of technology. There should be no question that somebody captures the presence of Bigfoot or something along those lines. So yeah, I find the cryptid theory, Mothman, Bigfoot, all that stuff. That's a harder pill to swallow for me. Now there was something though that Phil is very much a believer of, that I'm like, okay, if cryptids are a thing, I could kind of see this as being a thing. But Phil is under the impression that the paranormal, ghost research and ghosts in general, UFOs and cryptids all have some overarching connection. Do I believe in that? I think that might be plausible. Cryptids are a hard sell for me, though. They're a hard sell for me. They'll always be a hard sell for me. All right. Okay, brace, everybody. We're now heading into the world of TikTok.
Things humans weren't meant to see.
Easy there, easy.
UFO caught at gas station.
All right. Here's where we really have to steel ourselves and take a look. Okay, so things humans weren't meant to see. And this is a UFO caught at a gas station.
Things humans weren't meant to see.
Now, that right there,
UFO caught at gas station.
Right there, that's just a balloon. I'm sorry, but that's a balloon. That's a balloon of some weird description attached to a wild horse from what it looks like.
Things humans weren't meant to see. UFO caught at gas station.
There we go.
Things humans weren't meant to see. UFO caught at gas station.
I want to be nice about this. Yeah. First off, it is clear when you're listening to, the silence is deafening. That's problem number one. Or unless you're saying to me, the silence is deafening. Yeah. Well, for one thing, it is clear that the audio track for this video clip has been juiced. It's been doctored. It's been sweetened. It has been, somebody dropped in a sound effect there. And because they dropped in the sound effect, my pregnant pause, yeah. I'm trying to be nice. Again, that's the thing. I'm trying to do this from, you step back, you look at this and you look at it objectively. There's obviously, first off, the number one thing about posting any of these clips onto Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. One thing you don't want to do is actually give it a soundtrack. You don't want to have that creepy music playing in the background. You want it to be quiet so people can hear the audio. And that is the biggest problem that I'm already noticing about this clip is that they dropped in the original sound frightening, right? They dropped in that soundtrack. The minute you drop in a soundtrack, you're altering the core evidence, and you really don't want to do this. What's really disheartening is that this video has gotten 13,000 likes, 193 comments, has been shared 91 times, and has been favorited nearly 2,000 times. And yeah, that's where it gets aggravating, because this is the stuff you find under things humans were never meant to see. Scary, horror, creepy, FYP, right? If something that big were flying that fast and that slow, that low and slow, you'd hear something. You would definitely hear something. But what I'm noticing straight off the bat is that he dropped in the sound. He dropped in the soundtrack, but he also dropped in. It's been clear that he dropped in some sort of.
Humans weren't meant to see. UFO caught at gas station.
Also, why is this person filming something walking out of a Why is this person filming himself walking out of a gas station? Context is everything. Why is this gentleman or lady walking out of a gas station and deciding, yeah, I'm gonna film something? And see that sound right there. I don't know if that is the soundtrack, or I don't know if that is, quote unquote, the sound that this thing made when it right before everybody sees it. The other thing too is that, I'm sorry, this dude in the red pickup truck. Why isn't he stopping? Why isn't he stopping and just saying, hold up, and not whipping out his own phone and filming it? Because that would be instant. That'd be instant traffic for him. So you'll also notice too in the background, traffic is moving along like nobody cares. They're moving along like nobody cares.
Things humans
just
weren't
one
meant
more
to
time.
see.
Just one more time.
UFO caught at gas station.
See, traffic is just moving along, and then this comes in. And yeah. As the comments say, someone's like, "Well, somebody needs some snacks." Well, if they were getting snacks, they'd be stopping at a Sheetz. I'm sorry, intelligent life form. Maybe picking up some sheep's fries and that sweet Cinnabon shake. But no, I hate to say this. I think this was created with some post special effects. And that's again, it's the thing I get the most aggravated about UFO stuff. A lot of the UFO or now, to be more hip, the UAPs. Yeah, you know me. UAP. Yeah, you know me. One of the biggest hangups I have about UAP footage is that it is usually shot, like in the Jack Osbourne special, they were shooting with these really super sensitive light cameras that were shooting up at the stars, and they were picking up a satellite that was going across. And they were convinced, no, that's a UFO because, according to this app, there's not supposed to be a satellite there. Well, we have a lot of stuff in the air. We have a lot of other countries who also have a lot of stuff in the air. And, our government likes to keep some stuff up in the air secret, and I'm sure other governments do the same. Which is why when it's a passing satellite, or if it's a shooting star or something like that, that's aggravating. This kind of footage, yeah. I wish that there was some solid UFO footage or UAP footage that was this good. But yeah, this is not that footage. People are just a little too chill, little too. Oh yeah, just another day ends in Y, I guess. Okay, we have another TikTok video here
on October 25th.
Okay, this is from Paranormal Talker. Okay. We're now into the realm of paranormal TikTok. And we're saying that we caught the Grim Reaper on camera. Okay, let's see how this goes. Everybody. Now this is a 2-minute video, so we have potential. We have some potential here.
On October 25th of 2022, a paramedic posted a video of something freaky that occurred during his lunch break. The video is pretty short, so not much happens, but it's a certain detail caught in this footage that
Not 100% sure why this person is choosing to do this, but okay, you do you.
makes it quite disturbing. The video begins with the paramedic filming inside a hospital where a couple of surgeons are getting ready to transfer a very sick patient to a different wing. The paramedic walks out of the hospital to record them coming through. It isn't until later that the doctors arrive with the sick patient, who according to them passed away only hours later. The paramedic then stops recording. Now, it was only after finishing work that the paramedic had watched this video and noticed something strange about it. Looking back at the footage, they noticed that during the time they were waiting outside for the doctors to arrive, something unusual was caught in the background. Take a look.
Okay. Don't even have to crane my neck on this one. So the problem with this video, I'm sorry. Again, this is episode 0. This is episode 0 of the Grim Gazette. So I'm trying very hard to get into make certain habits for myself. So what is happening here? And this is the thing you got to notice, particularly when it comes to shadow figures. And this was something that I had to check and double check and triple check when I caught my first shadow figure at Crescent SCI. Okay, so the first problem is, for whatever reason, they decided this was what they were going to do with the video. They were going to optimize it for TikTok, but they were going to leave it. This is obviously optimized for a horizontal player, but the this paranormal talker is doing this. So I don't get why they didn't just fix this, but okay. So what they're saying is that there was a figure.
If you look closely at the hallway inside the hospital, a dark, shadow-like figure can be seen standing at the end of the hall. It's there for just a few seconds before suddenly disappearing from sight. The paramedic has no idea as to who or even what this might have been, but judging by its appearance, viewers believe that an entity of some sort was seen. They further add that this entity might have been death itself, considering that the patient in this video passed away that same day. Yet it's still not sure as to what was captured.
Okay. So when you see videos like this, and I must admit, very polished, highly produced videos, because that voiceover is choice. That voiceover is really slick. It's very nice. How many views are we looking at? 537, nearly 37,500 views. Okay. All right. Okay. You do you. So here's the first question you ask yourself when you're analyzing a video like this. Here we go.
On October 25th of 2022,
okay, so they give a date, October 5th, 2022. It would be great if you could, check up on where this was or what happened at this hospital. But here's what you're going to notice. Now, they give a date, which is nice. It timestamps it. It gives a little more validity. But here's what happens.
Paramedic posted a video of something freaky that occurred during his lunch break.
A paramedic posted something freaky during his lunch break. A paramedic. Okay.
The video is pretty short, so not much happens.
And again, we're optimized for horizontal, but we're gonna leave it in portrait mode because of reasons. Okay.
But it's a certain detail caught in this footage that makes it quite disturbing. The video begins with the paramedic filming inside a hospital.
Video begins with a paramedic filming inside of a hospital. Okay. What hospital? Can we at least find out if we know who the paramedic was with? See, the date makes it sound very official, but then it's a paramedic is filming at a hospital. Okay, first off, why is the paramedic filming at a hospital? This is all very random footage. That's the other thing that is a little it gives me pause, because first off, if a paramedic is filming at a hospital, I'd really like to know why. Because, you know, I have friends who are paramedics. You don't just whip out your phone and start filming your day. That's not how that goes. You have to have a good reason to be doing this.
Where a couple of surgeons are getting ready to transfer a very sick patient to a
where a couple of surgeons are about to start working on a very sick patient. That's pretty broad. That is really broad. Now, granted, you're probably sitting there and you're saying, "Well, T, hang on, you know, you gotta protect the names that are involved and all this stuff." That's very true. That's very true. But it's now getting a little too big. A paramedic at a hospital with a surgeon and a very sick patient. I mean, but we had on October 5th, 2022. So we had a very, you know, it wasn't like, a few years ago but on October 5th, 2022. So we have a date. We have a very specific date, but we don't know where it is. We don't know the paramedic. We don't know the hospital. We don't know the surgeon for obvious reasons. We don't know the patient, again, for obvious reasons, unless if that patient is passed, this person's death would be record somewhere. But there's no way to confirm that. There's no way to confirm that apart from the date. And if you want to go through and try to find across the entire planet, because we don't know if this is we don't even know if this is in the United States. All we know, it's a paramedic. There's somebody, really sick, and they're cutting in the middle of this footage that the paramedic shot. They're cutting into it stock photography and stock video. So that doesn't help the validity now. It's starting to get a little diluted.
different wing. The paramedic walks out of the hospital to record them coming through.
Why? Why is this paramedic recording this event? That's not just sus, that's creepy. A paramedic is going to be way busier to be able to just say, you know what, Bob? That's his partner. You know what, Bob? I think I'm going to go and film this this patient because I got a feeling something weird is going to happen. So already alarm bells are going off. Alarm bells are going off.
It isn't until later that the doctors arrive with the sick patient, who according to them passed away only hours later.
Okay, why are they telling this this again? Why are they telling this rando paramedic, oh yeah, this guy died later, right? And why are they taking this dead patient outside? The questions abound. Questions abound.
The paramedic then stops recording. Now, it was only after finishing work that the paramedic had watched this video and noticed something strange about it. Looking back at the footage, they noticed that during the time they were waiting outside for the doctors to arrive, something unusual was caught in the background.
And then they basically say, yeah, and the paramedic is filming all of this. Again, I keep asking myself, why is the paramedic doing this? This is really odd behavior from the paramedic. Now, they're talking about, if you look right down here, this is again the camera's optics. And again, it looks like an older phone. It looks like an older phone. It is not the quality of this phone that I've got in my hand. It is not even the quality of the iPhone X. We're talking, this is not what I would call great quality. You can see some of the graininess just from this from this image here. But now we get to the weird stuff.
Take a look.
Also, why is the guy? I'm trying to figure out how he's cutting off his camera, and why he would cover up his lens like that. Did you catch that? He happened to zoom in. He happened to zoom in. See, with all the jostling, it's really hard to focus. It's really hard for not only me to focus on it.
If you look closely at the hallway inside the hall.
Yeah, if you look closely inside the hallway, you can see that this is a doorway. And that the camera is trying, again, with the limited optics that this clearly older phone has, it's trying really hard to fill in the blanks here. Now, this is one of the reasons why we upgraded, we being old spirits, we upgraded our cameras to better optics. Because at one time I was convinced that I caught a shadow figure, or I caught the shadows literally extending themselves towards us when we were in the tunnels of Crescent. And I kept staring at it, I kept looking at it, and then I realized this was the camera trying to work with the IR emitters, and it was trying to figure out where the floor stopped and the shadows started. Now, that's really important to know, because cameras with really bad optics, or cameras with inexpensive optics, they're going to go on ahead and they're going to try to fill in the blanks, as I said at the very beginning. That's what's happening here. The camera is trying to fill in the blanks of what is clearly a doorway in some kind of hallway, and it's a very shallow hallway. But
hospital, a dark shadow-like figure can be seen standing at the end of the hall.
Now,
it's there for just a few seconds.
When we get to this point of the video, it's hard to say if that is altered video or not. Someone has taken this clip and and they're zhuzhing it. They're having fun with it. They're having fun with the video, to say the least. But no, I do not think this is paranormal. I think this is a case of optics and
before suddenly disappearing from sight.
And making something like this is a very simple effect. Especially, it's a very simple effect, especially when you're working with footage that that is coming from an inexpensive camera.
2 seconds before suddenly disappearing from sight.
Now, there's another problem here. The other thing you gotta check about this. And if you can figure it out before I can tell you, I'll play it one more time. And if you can figure it out before I tell you, good on you. But here's the problem.
It's there for just a few seconds before suddenly disappearing from sight.
Yeah, it appears from sight on this video because there's a transition in here. They put a fade between the zoom in and the closing image.
A few seconds before suddenly disappearing from sight.
Yeah.
The paramedic has no idea as to who. Few seconds before suddenly disappearing from sight.
I'll jump back even further. Okay, so we do this.
If you look closely at the hallway inside the hospital, a dark shadow-like figure can be seen standing at the end of the hall. It's there for just a few seconds before suddenly disappearing from sight.
And that's a fade.
The paramedic has no idea as to who or even what this might have been.
But
judging by its appearance, viewers believe that an entity of some sort was seen. They further add that this entity might have been death itself, considering that the patient in this video passed away that same day.
And because this, it's No Face, Slender Man. It's Slender Man, but Slender Man was like, subletting, so he was kind of, keeping it. The other problem too we've got here is that, yeah, this guy passed away, so we're gonna give him some sun. some fresh air. That'll do him just fine. Yeah, this is I was already on the debunk table when we started with the dramatic music. Doing this. Hey, I'm gonna put this on TikTok, but obviously we have like maybe a YouTube or a Venmo channel or something like that. No, this is. There's a lot of problems with this video. And when you start overproducing your segments like this, your evidence becomes problematic. It becomes extremely problematic. So this one, this particular video, I've already seen, so I know what's coming next, and I wanted to show something tonight that for the episode 0, I wanted to show something tonight that I really did want to vouch for, as here's the way of looking at something and going, oh, that's hard to explain away. So this is the most recent episode at the time of this stream. This is the most recent episode of Paranormal Quest. Now, if you don't know Paranormal Quest, you should go on ahead and look them up on YouTube. They are a phenomenal group out of West Virginia. I like these guys a lot, and they're a lot of fun to watch. They just did a public event at this place. It's a Bentonville school. I'm not sure if it's a middle school or a high school or an all-purpose school, but I want you to watch this segment, and then we're going to go back and we're going to take a look at it. This happens at 5 minutes and 45 seconds into the episode, and he's about to reference the public event that they just held at this place. And you'll notice in the title it says "Terrifying Ghost in Photo." Well, we're going to get to that.
That we had a crazy experience here just 2 nights ago when we did a public event with some subscribers of the channel who came out.
That's a pretty damn good turnout, in my opinion. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they had well over 20, probably 30 people there, but good on them. Good on them. It's very cool. These are all subs to their channel. It's very cool. All right.
Investigated with us. What occurred at the beginning of the night left all of us just completely shocked.
This is going to be
Yeah,
interesting.
it was definitely shocking stuff for sure.
So we started the night in this room behind Dave.
So that's Ryan and that's Miranda. She sometimes pops up and she's a delight. She's a delight. Okay. And then Dave, you're going to see probably Dave a little bit later. So here we go.
We took a big selfie with everyone that attended, and we were answering questions and taking pictures. Before the investigation even started, one of the guests ran into the room and she was beside herself because she said she captured a picture of a shadow. And it is...
All right. Now, when I first saw this, and when Pip first saw this, because Pip watched this with me, we were wondering, is this part of her outfit? And you'll see what we mean by are we asking if it's part of her coat or something, because this was a recent public event and everybody was bundled up. It was apparently very chilly where they are, and you'll notice there's a ruff of what looks like a hood there, but you'll also notice this is her shoulder. That is behind her. This image is behind her. Okay, that's the first thing I want to point out.
Is, to say the least, very confusing. The picture was taken from right here at this door. She said she felt like she was being watched from out this window, so she was taking pictures out over this open field that's right outside of the school here. In that moment, she said she felt like she felt an energy, a presence, some sort of uneasy feeling behind her, so she turned her phone around and just snapped a picture over her shoulder. And when she did, right here in front of this door behind Miranda, in this spot right here, there was some sort of black shadowy mass standing right in this little alcove.
All right, so there are a couple things that I really love about what they do on Paranormal Quest and what I want to point out here. One, Ryan is giving you every bit of context of what's going on in this moment. He is not missing one beat, and that's something I love about these guys. When they're telling these events, when they're recounting even stuff that happens to them, they go into excruciating detail of what is going on here. Now, this is taken obviously from this woman's phone. She did it over her shoulder. So, if we are to believe this woman, and Ryan and Dave, they don't do the Baggins method. Okay, these guys are pretty legit, and I love what they do. They even call themselves out if they debunk something. They call something out when they have a slow night. But this is pretty intriguing because this woman caught this figure, and that's a pretty solid catch right there. It's not part of her outfit because there's her shoulder. It's not like the hood because the hood is down here. And you'll also notice too that it does look like it has at least a third dimension of some sort, right? It is roughly the height of what would be a student that would be there. If you looked close enough, you could see the discoloration of an arm here. Now, let's go back to that earlier clip that we were looking at where it was just a nondescript mist. It was 3 gusts, and one of the things that Pip pointed out when I took my break was that there was a vent very close to that particular camera. So even in the 40s, if a vent was spewing something out, it could very easily have gone in front of that camera. But this is indoors. It's a solid mass, and there's just enough around it that does not look pixelated. That does not look pixelated in any way, shape, or form. This also looks like something taken by a more modern phone, which again, better optics. So let's keep playing.
This little cubby right here.
I seen the woman's eyes. I believe I can read people pretty well, and I felt that her heart was true.
I love that line. I do, chat. I love that line so dearly. I believe her heart was true. Now, these guys, these are some guys that are collaborating with Paranormal Quest. Paranormal Quest is out of West Virginia. I believe they're in Kentucky, and these guys are called Blue Collar Paranormal. And I think this is one of their regular venues. But this is pretty compelling. This is pretty compelling.
And when she showed me that picture, and her fear was in that woman's eyes, they wasn't no denying that woman was scared of something.
Poly mailers are a great way to package your products.
This
and
is
with
an
Sticker
advertisement.
Mule,
This
ordering
has nothing to
custom
do with
poly
what we're
mailers
talking
has
about.
And when I looked at the picture, I couldn't figure it out. I had Miranda come up and stand there, and I was looking at the angle of it, and I was like, that is a transparent figure in that picture. And I'll stand behind it. That is amazing.
So the question is it something that was paranormal? We don't know. That's why we're going to try and test the photograph and see if we can recreate it. But I will say we immediately got a spirit box, the headphones, a blindfold, and I stood in that corner to do an Estes session.
Now, this is pretty intriguing. Because they did a another great touch here. They did a follow-up to that photograph. And this was what happened.
And apparently, from what they told me, the answers that I was giving were relevant.
Yes, the answers were very relevant. It was very, very chilling. There was a man who asked how old the spirit was, and you responded with 14.
How old are you, Emma?
Can you tell Ryan how old you are?
I think that said 14.
Now take a look too at the EMF reader in this guy's hand. And here's something else too that I'll also point out about this particular paranormal video versus some of the other clips that we looked at. As you can see, everything is framed very intentionally. That helps a lot because we now have the EMF reader in focus. We have Ryan right behind, And yeah, this EMF reader is popping and locking. So unless these people have got their phones on anything other than airplane mode, this EMF is picking up something that's going on in this room or in this hallway. So again, Ryan is standing where the shadow figure was caught, and this is what we get.
No! May not be the right height.
And then he also asked what grade you were in, and you responded with 7th.
Emma, what grade are you in?
This hasn't gone off in so long. That is nuts.
I think it either said the 7th or 7th.
7th grade.
You've got to be kidding.
Yep, that's right. That would be right for a 14-year-old, too.
Important.
Yeah.
What's important? Wait, you gotta tell us something.
Not long after, so it was very, very.
And you'll also notice that that might have been Dave. I hope that it wasn't Dave, because man, he was just moving that thing left and right. But you'll notice that the EMF calmed down. It calmed down shortly after when he said important, which again, this kind of all adds up a little bit. All these little reactions.
Strange, very relevant. I think a couple of other things happened too, but I can't remember off the top of my head. And those were the two things that I really remember, like really stood out to me.
And then I remember specifically on my end, I was standing there and I felt this really cold mass of air move across in a way that I can't explain. It was like a cold mass of air from the outside in the middle of winter, but none of the doors were open. And as it moved across, two people that are standing right where I'm standing now started to feel it as well, right as I was mentioning that I'm feeling this cold mass of air. Once that cold mass of air had moved on, it was like at the flip of a switch. I got really, really hot to the point I started stripping my coat off. My palms were sweating. I was shaking. My knees were knocking together. It was like I've never felt that affected during an Estes session.
I got like a lot of energy around me. It's like,
yeah. Oh, I have the goosebumps like crazy right now.
Look at that. I wasn't hot before,
No, that's
but I'm
not
getting
Dave.
like
That's
really
somebody
hot.
else.
I am sweating all of a sudden. Holy shit.
Emma.
Okay. Someone else want to listen for a second? I gotta step out and get some air. I'm like,
Yeah,
like
you-
my palms are sweating.
That's. Yeah, I'll tell you, the energy that's in here, man, is insane.
I gotta get some air.
I don't blame you.
I feel like whatever was in this area was very energized and very willing to communicate, and it was a very shocking experience for everyone. Stand there and look in. I'm going to shut that light off. I'm going to just snap a couple pictures over my shoulder.
Okay, so this is what I really like, is that now Ryan and Miranda are trying to replicate the photograph. Now, this is something that you do. This is part of the investigation process. It's not just you find something, you throw it up on TikTok or you throw it up on YouTube. What I really like about the way Ryan and Dave handle investigations on Paranormal Quest is even if they get a really like primo, juicy, awesome clip, they do everything they can to try to replicate it or make it happen a second time. They've done it with doors that inexplicably open. They've done it with a lot of different things. This one I found particularly compelling, and I wanted to make sure I shared it with everybody here. All right, so this is them trying, even with
Okay.
different lighting.
In these
to see
pictures
if
that
they
I
can-
snapped,
they can replicate
you can
it.
see you are very shadowy. But you can still tell that.
And you see that this is where it gets really, really interesting. So it wasn't any kind of shadow that she was casting, because that means that this shadow is somehow three-dimensional. You'll also notice that it's not part of her coat, because Ryan's coat, her coat, they all seem to line up together. And Miranda, where she is standing, is roughly in the same position here. And this is a great reference. They can go, okay, let's look at the first one, and now let's look at the original. And you can see the difference between the two and whatever this is.
That's definitely.
And then when they found when they got it to where they actually matched the lighting, even then, one thing you can tell is that this is not a reflection. You can see Miranda's reflection here in the door. Here you don't see it.
You in a coat. And it is a different device. She may have had a different phone that doesn't have as good of exposure.
Where's the original photo?
Right here. This is the original.
Get online in minutes. Web.com's AI builder makes it easy. Simply tell us some info.
And then this is very overexposed in the back, but in order to overexpose that in the back, this would have to be better exposed. So that's why I immediately thought that's a very strange photograph, because this is all perfectly exposed and you can see the lighting very clearly. So if it was a living person, you'd think.
The best part of all is Dave is in charge of all the gear. His last name is Gear. I love that. Okay.
I think you'd be able to see their clothing there. Yes, exactly like that. Here, let me go and stand here. Even with it being exposed for the light behind me, like, the exposure is much lower than what her photo was.
And that's the other thing too. What he's saying here, he's like, if you were to overexpose it, that doesn't line up. It was definitely not anybody from their group that's standing there.
And you can see very clearly my skin tone. You can see, I'm not as silhouetted as the photograph is. And so it's much different than her original photograph, which pretty much has no skin tone to it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Is it paranormal? It's hard to tell without being there in the moment and actually physically seeing if anyone was there when she took the photograph. But
now, this is, again, something I really admire about Ryan and Dave and the guys at Paranormal Quest. He's like, is this paranormal? Well, we really can't say because we weren't there. But they were. They were in the same building. I'm sitting here going, no, dude, that is paranormal. That is the definition of paranormal.
She claims that there wasn't, and that's her testimony, and we have to believe that. And that's a very odd photograph that was taken right before all of those crazy experiences happened during the Estes session.
I seen a little girl's head about that tall, I think on our third investigation at this location.
Okay. Now, this is their production. This is something they do. They do like the stock video, or they get people to do stuff, and like this, like you see in a lot of the different shows. But this particular photograph, if you were to ask me, do I think it's paranormal? Yes, I do. I'm not saying that because I'm a fan of these guys. I do believe this is something that is paranormal. By definition, it is paranormal. Ryan and Miranda tried to replicate this somehow, even to the point of where they were looking, Miranda looked like she was looking into the window the way this person was looking into the window. But that is, you would have seen skin tone. That doesn't even look like someone wearing a hood. That this is also someone that looks small. It's a small person, with the door. And the door that she's standing in front of is being a reference to her height. So this is either an incredibly short person or this is a young child. And again, one of the things that I think that makes Paranormal Quest a lot more trustworthy when it comes to paranormal evidence and sharing of paranormal evidence is that they give you the context. They give you as much context as possible into whatever they capture, or to whatever, in this particular case, someone that was with them for a public event, whatever they capture as well. And I mean, yeah, I do think that last one, I was saving that one specifically for last because I wanted to make sure that the Gazette, the Grim Gazette, is not going to be just a place where I dish on questionable clips, right? That is not my intent for the Grim Gazette. My intent is to pass along. These are the ways that everybody, that people in the paranormal field should be looking at evidence, or what is being presented as evidence. There's going to be some that'll be harder to debunk than others. There's going to be some where you're just not sure. That live photo, for example, that we were looking at, where the guy said, "My mom got a picture of my dead dog." Honestly, that one was a tough one to try to explain away. That one I had a tough time with. So, can I say that one was paranormal? By definition, it was paranormal because it defied normal logic. The problem is that I didn't have enough context behind it. And then there's the clip that we all had to crane our necks to look at. That one was giving context, but it wasn't. It was giving context. It was giving very vague context. It's a bit like the Agatha Christie mystery, the murder of Roger Ackroyd. I find the narrator to be sus, and it should be vented immediately. Yeah, I found that a little sus. And then we have Paranormal Quest. And while it sounds like I'm being very not forgiving, that's not the right word I'm looking for. If it looked like I was giving them the benefit of the doubt, I wasn't, because what I respect about their presentation is that they were telling me point blank, no, this was the circumstances that we were all under. This was what was going on. And I'm like, okay, I kind of dig that. I do. I'm picking up what he's putting down. and so yeah, I think that last one was in fact very paranormal. I did think it was very paranormal. So this brings us to the conclusion of our very first episode 0, our very first Grim Gazette. And yes, I will be doing this next Tuesday. Brand new clips. And hopefully I'll have more to share with you all. If you all have something to share, here's the best way to do it. You can go ahead and join the Discord. And when you join the Discord, here's what I'd like for you to do. I would like for you to go on ahead and find the brand new it's the brand new room. It's a brand new Discord room that I just set up, and it's called Grim Gazette. You go in there and you give me a link. You give me a link to either a TikTok, a YouTube, something that you feel like, hey, I need to break this down. I need to get a professional set of eyes on this, if you will. Now, I am not. I'm going to be straight up. I am not going to be going in and getting vicious in my breakdowns. I don't think I was too vicious in my breakdowns, but that's the other thing too, is that in the Grim Gazette, I'm going to be asking for that feedback. I want to know what you all think of this content. I want to know what you think about the presentation. I want to make sure that it is being kept not only above board, but also accessible and also professional. That's what I'm striving for. I'm not going to be screaming back or anything like that. I want to make sure that what we're doing here is done in an educational and analytical manner. So I would love to hear your feedback on that. If you missed it, don't worry. There's going to be a VOD. You can go on ahead and you can check out the VOD, of course. And I'd love to again know what you think of it. This has been fun. This has been a lot of fun. This has been a really interesting experiment. And right now, what I'm going to do is take everybody for a raid. Let's have a. You know who I think I want to raid? I want to raid Trisha Hirschenberger. She's hella fun. And she's currently doing something with Final Fantasy 17? Yeah, Final Fantasy 17. That's what that is. Final Fantasy 17 Rebirth. So let's go on ahead and let's do a raid. And depending on how many clips I have, depending on the clips that I have, we might go longer. But yeah, I think I want to wrap things up because there's some things I need to do. One for my mod of the most, Spence. I got to make sure I get some stuff to Spence. But I also want to get some. I am not allowed to raid this time. Ew. Okay. Won't be raiding Trisha then. Well, that's fine. I will go on ahead and raid Pash. Let's see. If I can't raid Trish, I'm going to raid Pash. That's fine. Yep. It's intended for mature audiences. I knew that too. All right, everybody, you know what to do. If you are already a tier 1 sub, you can just go ahead and copy and paste this message into Princess Pashley's stream. If you are not, that's okay too. You can make your own, or you can go on ahead and you can sub and you can copy paste. Just to make sure, if you make your own raid message, make sure it says it's a tea party and cheers to the Monster Mash. That is imperative. Thank you all so very much for your time. Thank you so much for joining me on this grand experiment, and hopefully everybody, you enjoyed it enough that we'll be coming back for the official episode 1 of the Grim Gazette next week. So thanks everybody, take care, and stay safe. Peace.
What song would you like to hear, Eterna? Because I cannot decide. T! Yo! Yo! This stream has been blessed tonight. T, how was your stream? Thank you so much again. Ayo. Ayo. Text-to-speech didn't do that right. It was ayo. I was lurking earlier. Oof, what were you up to? Like I was lurking and I had it on, but I didn't, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay. We're just gonna put this shovel down. We're gonna put the shovel right the fuck down. Okay? Whew, Eterna. Oof. Daylight come, you want to go home? Wait, what? What am I missing? What am I missing? I'm sweating like fucking crazy tonight. I haven't sung this one in a while. But Raiders, welcome in. I'm Princess Pashley. I'm the rudest princess on the internet. Grim Gazette. It's a collection of weird news stories, TikTok and YouTube, paranormal clips. I fucking love it. I would have added to it. I should have not been eating dinner. Chicky strips? Well, where did you get your chicky strips? Thank you so much for 10 months, by the way, T. When are we getting together? You have to come visit us before... Yeah, we're moving out of here as soon as we fucking gone. We're out. We're like, Arlington, it's been good. It's been good. See ya. We're probably either Falls Church or Vienna, by the way, T. So we have a couple like plans in place, right? So one plan is the 1-year plan, right?